Hello everybody and welcome to the final tournament of the physical rule set for Genius Invocation TCG. It has been 2 years of this wonderful game and we're seeing the physical cards come out, and it is the last tournament for this set. But of course we need to roll it out, so I have a very special guest today with me, longtime caster Sumi.
Hello everybody, I don't know how special I seem to be, but I'll take all the compliments I can get. I get enough flame whenever I play competitive games as is. But yeah, this like a physical ruleset, good to see. Some cards aren't actually true to their physical nature, Tamaze and Wagner being two great examples. They haven't actually been fully updated in the game. You know, real game does let you search through your deck.
Yeah.
Real shame that is.
Indeed. Yeah, there are some changes here and there, but regardless, it's pretty dang close to the physical experience. So if you ever want to play physical, you can just follow this little tier list right here. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Oh no, it's dead! Okay, here. Boom, I found it. There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but anyway, yes, anything on here listed is only the things that you can play with in this tournament, and players are already getting rolling, so that's super exciting. But what is your general thoughts on physical in the first release and what you see? Just a quick rundown.
I mean, just looking at the list, it looks like a lot of 3.4 cards coming out. Great to see these guys once again. I mean, some of them receive play even to this day, mainly Mona and Barbara. But a lot of the other cards have seen a sharp decline. Noelle not seen anymore. Kind of missed the old Wolf Greystone carry days. Cole not seen anymore. Rip Sidewinder, my beloved.
My beloved.
And, you know, Jean and Sucrose coming in here, hopefully for some good old-fashioned two-animal control. I love to see that. It's kind of a blast of the past with some new stuff mixed in. Like the outlier being Lisa as well as the Abyss Lecter.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely an outlier in that aspect. However, you know, as much as we'd like to talk a little bit more about all this rule set shenanigans, I think we have a match already going on right now with an archetype that has not been able to be played super duper well, but you're going to be familiar with this one, Sumi. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's go. There it is. Liel versus Muai, our first match. And oh man, what's that sitting in the middle? That looks very familiar.
Oh, Geoshin and my beloved. Usually Lava Troll is the third character, but because that's not available, Liel decided to bring in the Ningguang. It's kind of reasonable choice. I think it's the only other Geo unit that's there. And it also provides a pretty strong burst, if I do say so myself. You are kind of splitting your carries, though, if you are trying to equip both Noelle and Ning. But building towards either burst is a win con. Facing off, though, is Mirai with a very, very familiar Bloom deck. Haven't seen this one in a while, but used to be quite popular.
Yeah, absolutely. Any variant of the Bloom, of course, it was overshadowed by Kolemiya when you could do like massive overloads. With this, was definitely a valid variant, albeit with Fischl, which is not in the physical somehow, despite being literally top 3 cards of all time.
Fischl might go. I mean, Fischl is still good to this day. It has been replaced by Kuki in most decks with like the extra healing and the more on-demand Electro kind of overshadowing her to that regard. But still, if you play your cards right and if you build a deck around her, Fischl can still shine to this day.
Absolutely. Yeah, the one thing that's been very consistent across this tournament is that Kaching Burst, which we can already see is locked and loaded, so Liel, watch out. But that's been the most consistent, biggest source of damage. We've seen people literally get swept off their feet with a 3 KO, so it's pretty crazy.
I mean, it does a lot of damage, right? 4-3-3, it was like, what, 10 damage burst across your entire team? It's brutal to deal with. Put in some spread damage thanks to the Electro Charge that we have, and then also some more direct damage from the Quicken and also the Hyper Bloom. Like, you are absolutely threatening a complete wipeout with just a single cast of that.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, so going through it, yeah, so this is actually turn 3, so we did come in a little late, but we're also watching stall. I mean, do you really see the difference from round 1?
The thing I'm noticing is actually the lack of sustain artifacts. Take a look at the list. Lucky Dog Circlet, not currently in the rule set. We also don't have Tenacity of the Millilith, which is a huge tool that Sol just doesn't have access to right now. So both of those are going to be major contributors to how this match plays out. You don't have the tools to delay the damage as before. You're relying a lot on the food and the Geo Resonance. And in the early days of 3.4, Stall was on the weaker tier of the archetypes just because you didn't have as many tools as the other ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we saw that's pretty much something someone else like pointed out too, is that like there's no like lucky dogs, like where's my lucky dogs or tenacity. But I think they didn't print it on purpose, right? Because before, when we wanted a little bit of sustain, it was always lucky dogs, and then boom, tenacity came out and we're like, yo, screw this, I get free shields.
Yeah, Tenacity overshadowed Lucky Dogs in a lot of decks. Surprisingly, Geoshin was one of the few, or at least Ocean-based decks are one of the few where it didn't actually take over. Because you're able to use Lucky Dogs to heal Ocean, and you don't really want to equip Totem on it because it's not like your anchor. And so when we, in the MMEC days, we saw a lot of people bring 1 Lucky Dogs, 1 Tenacity, and you put the Tenacity on the Mirror Maiden because that was your late game anchor, your late game carry, and then you shut the Lucky Dog down to the Ocean because she's the one taking a lot of the early game damage. Deptus Burst coming out though. Ooh.
Yeah, that should be a knockout, yeah? Oh, perfect 6! Kale strikes again, baby.
The power of math at the disposal of Mirai counts the damage perfectly with a little bit of help with the damage preview. You know, 3 + 3 = 6. It is what it is, but Ning's threatening a comeback?
Oh, do you see those green numbers? What artifact is that, I wonder?
Oh, man, I think that might be the Geo artifact. I can't take a look at the deck list, because Shimenawa's is available, but I think because you're running double Geo, it just makes more sense to run the Geo artifact. I don't actually know what it's called. I think, no, Archaic Petra, that's what it is.
Yeah, Archaic Petra. See, the 5 stars we know, the 4 stars we don't know, because, okay, who clicks 4-star artifacts? Let's be real here.
True. No one equips those 4-star artifacts once you get your hands on their shinier, extra starred copy, except for instructors. You know, some nuke showcases use that because it's not, there's no 5-star variations. You gotta make do with what you have.
Yeah, absolutely. But that should be Archaic Petra on top of Ningguang because it's covering every single ability of hers to make it less cost. And Liel has another one loaded for Noelle. I think the best way you could do it, Noelle Exodia is available for Liel, but they are definitely losing the HP department.
You can equip Archaic Petra plus Noelle's Gravestone if you want. I don't know if you do though, because right now you are already down a character. Thankfully, you got the bird summon last turn, so you will have Hydro for the next 3 to help carry you through that now that Ocean is dead. But you need to start making up the damage difference somehow. Great start with the send-off though. Don't want to deal with the extra Dendro application.
Yeah, absolutely not. Because what is it? I mean, there's a chance I think Muai will probably either have a fast swap on hand and or swap over to Mona and then drop over to Keqing, and then Ningguang's just cooked, even with 9 HP.
A fast swap burst on Keck could be quite dangerous, but Muai already decked is very unlikely to have a second one in the deck. Typically, you only do bring one for that surprise knockout. So that is something in Leal's favor. Likely won't need to deal with that again. Although with the limit on what cards you can actually bring, I wouldn't be too surprised if there is actually that second copy in there.
Absolutely. Oh, there's the Mona swap. Uh-oh. All right.
Is this a bait? I think burst is enough to do 6.
Yeah, absolutely. Leal's thinking about it. They might go for a Geo Resin to skill.
The thing is, though, if you don't burst here and lethal the Mona, you have to deal with a Hyper Bloom proc coming out later with the Keqing burst. If you lethal Mona here, it's a free swap into Keck, and that burst is deadly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it looks like Leal's gonna go. Oh, 9 damage! Oh, overkill. See you later. Let's see. Lotus plus Jade Screen versus Keqing burst with Quicken. Can it be enough?
You 100% live this. The question is, how much do you actually live it?
Yeah.
You know, by what margin do you have for error after this comes out?
Oh, wait, Keqing also has sword. Oh, yo. I think Ningguang goes down to, like, 3, if I think I did my math right. What is it? Yeah.
I mean, it's 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're currently at 13, 14, 15. Hold on, that's not the math. It's 4 base, 1 from Quicken, 1 from... Oh, it's still coming out. Okay, that gives you do 100% limit.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad move, because since Ningguang's out of ammo, what is it? The Leal can just eat the Lotus and then go.
You have, like, no burst actually threatened, so there's no rush to get the damage out, so you just proc the Lotus. No, I like this play more, like, they're just pricing the burst. It's gonna do more damage, we just click this now. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know what's funny is that the fact that the Crystallize is gone is Ningguang can't lethal. Oh no.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you have to build back towards the burst as well, though. You know, this actually puts Leal into a really good position in this game, because Muai doesn't actually have the damage to knock out the Ning, which allows Leal to just equip Noelle at the World's Gravestone. And looking at how low these characters both are, it's like, it's setting her up perfectly for a sweep.
Yeah, pretty much, especially with Noelle, you know, being basically full HP, no damage taken. Ningguang surviving this long is actually surprising. Any of the Ningguang decks that we got to see, which were only like 2 of them, they were unfortunately getting knocked out way too fast, usually getting janked up by Animo control.
It's just great play, though, with that Geo-Res, recognizing the win con. You can't let Simone get the bloom. It also helps you even out the HP a little bit. And it makes it so that even if Keqing does do a lot of damage right now, a lot of it was eaten up by the defenses we put up. Burst being forced to come out here, and yeah, I like this play by Leal. We're just ramping for next turn. There's a Lotus on the Keck, so there's no way we're doing any damage whatsoever. And that means next turn, after the summon hits, we're going to be at the 3 HP breakpoint for 2 damage plus 1 for the Crystallize to knock out the Keck, which just forces me to swap over to the Collei now. And then we get to even out the damage on her, bring her even closer to Wolf's Gravestone breakpoint for the Noelle to sweep.
Absolutely, yeah, perfectly played. Oh, but there's the Collei swap. Pretty huge. Should be able to tank some more hits. Wonder what Muai has left in their sleeve, because... Oh! Hold on.
Ooh, no Woven, though. This doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess they were just using it, yeah, because they have Vana to pass the dice over. Really nice to have Vana in the starting set, by the way. Could you imagine if we were still running only Liven, and you have all these extra dice that you just can't use?
Hey, I mean, let the new players feel the pain of us old veterans, you know? Can't pass the dice as effectively. Sometimes you're just forced to float 2 dice for no reason, because, like, anything else is just an objectively worse play.
Yeah. Listen, all right, now... What is it? Colley's going to go down to 3 here for sure. What is it? But what else does Leo want to do after that?
Ooh, Ning is going to get really low, though, because after this Collei skill, she's going to be chunked out of Jade Screens. No more Crystallize available either. No more Hydro for the turn. Is it just Liben Gravestone and then you pray your Ning's chunks 3 hits and then just sweep next?
Possibly. We do know that the Muai like already used their Adeptus, and they could have another one in there, but it's not likely to come up within this turn, right? Because there's just so little cards. But what I could see here is that Kale should be going just for skill into burst, assuming she lives that. But it looks like that's the swap.
Oh, you know what? I just realized because Mirai swapped off the Kuching and let the Kale tank the hit from the bird, that does mean she is within Wolf's Gravestone breakpoint.
Ah, I see.
A skill isn't enough to lethal. It will only do 5, but then you're on 1 HP. But this also forces Mirai to stay on Kale. You can't go to Kuching, because Wolf's Gravestone normal attack with skill or whatever is more than enough to lethal her. And this way as well, because you're forcing Mirai to stay on Kale, you're forcing them to waste dice, and you're also denying the Quicken.
Yeah.
So great recognition from Liao.
Absolutely.
Knows the win cons and is playing towards it.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about the Gravestone because I'm like, oh, you don't have like the time for it. But honestly, after last time,
You have 10 dice.
You do have enough dice. Yeah.
You have so much dice.
Okay, very nice.
Sidewinder coming in. Keck should actually have a Stiletto in hand right now. We did skill earlier, and on top of bursting as well, so there is a Stiletto. We are threading a knockout onto the Noelle, but does it matter? Is the question. It might. Oh, this is actually really close now.
Yeah, it's super close.
Because the Stiletto with that Sidewinder is enough to end Noelle. And a Noelle Gravestone isn't enough to lethal here, so we're gonna swap over to the Ning to tank.
Yeah, what is it? Because we would definitely want to take that hit on Noelle, but now that you're so low, and like Noelle is like really the better carry for the end game because she's so efficient. Ning Wang will do okay, but not as much.
The unfortunate thing here is that we do let the Cullen Amber come up once again. This game would have been over, by the way, if that first Cullen Amber didn't get sent off. But yeah, second Cullen Amber coming out.
Yeah, I got one more in me, baby.
The game is still in our hands, but we only really have one more round to work with.
I'm reading the chat. Disgusting. What are these D-loops? Says Liel. It's so bad for my soul.
D-loop through 3-5, my goat.
I wonder if anyone's actually running Talon, because that's where I think it might like tip the skill. Because I'm like, is it really that bad? I don't know.
Ooh, wait, the egg. Hold on. Does this change things? It might.
It kind of does.
Hard to say. I mean, like, Noelle's Gravestone now needs 3 attacks. I think we just ran here, by the way, for Liel. We equip the Gravestone. We just shove everything onto Noelle. Our Ning should live 1 more hit, and the Noelle from there should be able to sweep.
Oh, they want to get the damage so it can end phase to take it out.
Kale falls to Bird, and we should... Oh, really? We're gonna go for the Hydra Wrap? I just forced the Keck swap. I mean, we win this way either way, too. That's true. Because Hydra goes on a Keck, it's still within 1 shot for Ning skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully, I wonder, yeah, Leo probably calculated out that they had no food, because we can use the Omni Dice to play in their Chef Mal. Yeah, it's okay, though. Yeah. Oh, draw all the valuable cards, like Draw Engine, sitting at the bottom, not like this.
Unfortunate that the second Wharf came late.
Yeah.
Glad we got that first Cathedral, though. The second one here, it will be nice, but I doubt the game is going to last past this turn. Leo has so much dice to work with. Mirai, not a lot of HP. Now, Ning should be going down to a skill from Keck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But after that, unless Mirai has, like, a tome in there or something, this Noelle will be enough to win.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. It's actually, it's funny to see weapon diffs come back, because we've seen a lot of people with top deck weapons, and it's like, well, I have 1 more damage now. It sucks to be you.
I mean, the format that the physical TCG is released in is lower powered compared to what we're used to. So just, like, having that extra +1 damage is changing things so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what? I kind of love it. It brings back that, like, slower, more deliberate pacing of the TCG, which is, like, what made me really love the game when I first played it, as opposed to now where it's just spamming as much as possible turn 2.
What do you mean? The Magic Engine's great. I think it's fine.
The Magic Engine was great until you were forced to play against it.
Yeah. What is it? I did see that people are saying that I think we can print Magic for physical, but you can't print Boar Princess. Oh, and there goes down Ning Wang.
Yeah, I don't think it matters though. Thankfully for Liel. Gravestone normal attack, Gravestone skill probably, and then just skill after that.
Yeah,
There's no way Mona does enough damage here.
5 damage. Gravestone's a monster, man. Even back then.
Oh, this Noelle is so chunky. 6 HP. There's no way Mona actually does enough here.
Even with Lotus, I think Mona's cooked, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, like a normal attack here from Noelle does 5. A skill will bring Mona to exactly 5 HP. It's just not enough.
Lay it down. There it is. The normal attack. Noelle locked and loaded. Gravestone Hammer Slammer. Goodbye. GG's to Muai, and congrats to Liel for winning their first round.
You know what? If that Mona had 1 HP, I think Muai actually wins it.
Yeah, no.
Because end phase summons would have done 5, and which would have forced Liel to skill, which wouldn't have been enough. I mean, if 1 HP, it would have like made it to normal, then lethal, and then skill wouldn't have really changed much. And then you get turn prio next turn or something, and then you skill and you win. It's like, yeah.
Not bad. What is it? It's good to see. Cool to see Stall actually eke out, because barely anyone's playing Stall for obvious reasons. But like, you know, Liel's gotta, because they gotta represent. You know.
Yeah, Stall Nation, let's go. Some people are very unhappy about Stall Nation, but I'm with it all the way. Let's go.
Yeah, but that was our first round, and then I'm gonna go look if anyone else wants to replay while we're waiting for the first round to end. We should be on like the 10-minute timer. Speaking of, I wonder who's taking the longest. You know.
Is it even possible to play DP? No, there's no Diona. Okay.
No, there's no Diona, unfortunately, which is so sad. What was DP before Tenacity? I don't remember actually.
It was just Lucky Dogs, honestly. It was Lucky Dogs Diona. Good, no Lucky Dogs.
Alright, we got a blast from the past. We have someone who's gonna run a replay. If you remember this player all the way back in 3.3 there, an OG is Arian, who played once Sino finally came out in the first 3 weeks. They were the one playing him. They did very impressive things, and also ripped off the first Lament, which was awesome. And I think they're playing something cool. Let's see.
Man, when that Lament came out and like SI's summons just got destroyed, it was a hype moment. It didn't matter because Kenki is just that busted, but still, highlight of the career.
Also, their deck is crazy this time. This is something we saw yesterday, but are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Oh wait, hold on. Tabbed out. 1 second. Let me hold on. I will hold over. I need to tell them to go double speed. Double speed. There we go. All right, now we're on the dice roll. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for the real? Look at that.
Whoa. Is this KFC my goat?
That's it. So I thought this deck was weird. But then 8SB yesterday, aka Baichan, went 3-2 with it. So I'm like, what? Okay, this is kind of crazy.
I think I see the potential in this deck, honestly. Like, in a very low power format, summons get so much extra value in comparison to everything else. I don't know how to feel about his opponent's deck, though. I think like Ganyu is just unfortunately not a very good carry in this format.
Yeah, probably not the best, but this does kind of look like maybe something you would play now. It has Kaching, it has Ganyu. I mean, what more?
I'm a coper, but I don't know if I'm that big of a coper.
I don't know about that, man. Well, yeah, we're getting through here. So what is it? Let me see here. I believe this deck with the Shangling should be running a Crossfire Talent. Obviously, I don't have it yet, but it is in there, so...
Man, like, when Storm Chambers wasn't released yet, it was so unreliable to get talents. Like, even talents that were really good, they weren't... Whoa, turn 2 Undivided!
Divided Heart coming out.
No, George! Ah, George, my beloved.
Alright.
Oh, that Ganyu's gone.
Yeah, that Ganyu is gone. Look at all that value. So many summons. Boom, burning. What's next? Hydro App. It's still what is it? It's still like this long into the TCG, and then burning can't reproc like Nilu. It gets to be sad.
Yeah, burning just unfortunately, it's such a weak reaction. If they made burning work like Nilu, maybe some burning stuff comes up. But even still, I think it's just still too weak. One damage end phase, yeah, you get the aura, but like it kind of forces you to work with summon decks.
It's technically a strong reaction because of like how it works. However, because it's so like, what do you call it? Like not even,
you know, it's
not
burning.
Even, yeah, it's like not it's just not. I wouldn't call it inconsistent, but very inconsequential, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same impact as like every other reaction in the game.
Which is stupid, because especially because it can refresh itself. If it could re-trigger, that would be great. Kaching takes a knockout, very nice. That's kind of the biggest damage source. Maybe a little bit on the back foot, but here goes Shangling. Doesn't need any of that. Throw it out there. Pyronado! 5 damage? Oh my goodness, I forgot how.
Should use the last dice to swap to Mona. Oh, okay, no, that just loses the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, there goes. Shangling takes some damage, gets a vaporized.
Ooh, I don't know about this one. I think if we use our last dice to swap over onto Mona to tank the summons, Kek with 5 HP would have been enough to sleep, because both units were more or less within that one-shotty range.
Yeah.
So just keeping Kek on there, which is your main carry for this endgame, just letting her tank the brunt of 5 HP is not a good look. Lion was not worth it, my friend.
Unfortunate play
Lotus
there.
phase.
What is it? Knocks him out, though. What is it? They probably could be operating with the mentality of freeze, because Oceanid still is sitting back there with basically no damage. And then right now, Mona absolutely just freezes easily. What is it? Is it
yeah,
possible?
but like, come on. This is Mona.
This is true.
This is not doing damage.
This is true. Oh, but that's a lot of healing.
I mean, like, Ocean just bursts and you lose, right? Like, in the end of the end game, who cares about control with Mona? The thing you're lacking most is damage. It was forgivable if they had like an Ivan Lawset or something to burst.
How much damage does Oceanid burst do here, actually? Because it's only one summon.
We should do 5.
Oh, I want to see the Pyronado.
Well, technically 7. No, it should be 8 thanks to Pyronado, which is more than enough.
I just want to make sure the Pyronado comes out. We haven't seen Pyronado in forever. Let's see it. Oh, Adeptus! Oh no, now it's really gonna do damage. Kaboom. 8 damage. Holy. GG's.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, GG's Castellas, and congratulations to Arian for winning their round. Let's go back. Alright.
Honestly, I'd just say there were quite a few plays where you just kind of let your carries take damage. I don't know why we're preserving Mona HP so much. Hate to say it for all the Mona fans out there, but she is the disposable damage sponge.
Yes, unfortunately she is. Interesting to actually see that deck in action. I think 8SB recorded their entire tournament run. So it's sitting in the clips channel if you want to check that out. But it's really cool to see that actually function, right? Because I don't think we really played anything like that until circa like 3.5, and that was Oceanid, Shangling, and then, or actually no, sorry, post nerf Mirror Maiden, and then we threw out Mirror Maiden for someone else.
I think we just put Agent in there, from what I remember.
Yeah. It was some combination of Shangling, because there was like the funny summon idea. It's just like, oh, if I flood the entire board, when Oceanid could still do 3 summons, right? You could have Shangling be in there and have a massive vaporize.
You know, I'm looking through some of like these older deck lists now that you got me reminiscing, and a card that we thought would be like a stall staple, but turns out was a stall throwaway. Tenshukaku. Missed the days of Zhongli, Geoceanid. Tenshukaku double Vana, 13 dice, and you just press your 5 costs every round with Tenacity VV. Oh
yeah, here I can actually pull up the image. I'm like, oh man, Tenshukaku. Tenshukaku is good, man. I still remember using Tenshukaku all the time. I'd pop off, I'm like, oh my god, I got it, and then no, you didn't get it. Sucks to be you. No more free dice.
Yeah.
Despite all this time, Tubby will still never get the search ability, just like Wagner's and Timaeus in actual physical.
That's honestly kind of sad, because Tubby needs some love, man. The location engine has been falling off recently. Like, Wharf isn't used anymore after the release of Sealy and stuff. It's just a bit too slow now. Like, even Vanarana, which we used to be in basically 80-90% of the decks, is kind of fallen off thanks to Magic. Yeah. And Tubby, you should get some love, man.
One thing that we'll definitely point out as the tournament goes on, that has already been evident from the last few, the fact that there's no gamblers completely flips over like how games are played. inside this one, because before we always had gamblers, but this one, like, you genuinely don't have like the best artifact in the game. It's so painful.
Yeah, gamblers are just so powerful by letting you continue that one high power turn you have. You know, like you got all your ramp up, all your setup, your and then your buffs are fading away. That gambler that you get that last attack in to maybe get one more character or just a good chunk of damage onto whatever's left. The fact that's not there means it's like it slows down the game quite a bit, and you're more reliant on some permanent ramp like the weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. But round 2 is getting started. I'm gonna go ahead and ask people who wants to get on stream. But yeah, in the lobby right now we have Arian, Birdie, and Liel, so we should be able to see something cool. Are you fighting Siegeween? Why would you fight the nurse?
The nurse has the coins that I so desperately want, and nothing is getting in the way of me and my precious coins.
What is it? Your shiny gold smog car back. You know, it's gonna be, you know, it's fun to see how in physical that there's like multiple variants of like shiny cards, and then we don't have that in the online, which, I mean, obviously you don't really need it, but you know, shiny card is shiny.
Exactly. I love me my shiny cards. I'm still a little bit sad that I can't get all the cards shiny, but I have the ones that I actually use regularly, which is good enough for me.
Absolutely. I think, what is it? You know what I really want? I really want, because the current, so if you're curious, the physical cards for TCG have 4 grades. There's technically a 5th grade, which is 0, but that doesn't really count, which can only be found inside the prerequisite decks. But otherwise, whenever you pull cards in your card pack, it's going to be grade 1, which is normal, grade 2, which is slightly shiny, 3, which is really shiny, has nicer material, and grade 4 is part of their burst animation. However, the burst animation sometimes looks a little derpy, so it would be nice if they eventually release foil cards where you can like turn it and it actually does the burst animation.
Ooh, that's a cool idea. Kind of hard to print though. I have no clue how this stuff works.
Oh, it's super hard to print, but to be honest, since like the rarity of G4s is so low already, I'd be okay with it, because like when they said they're making a TCG, they meant it. Like we watched Tuanto open like 12 boxes, and he did not get a lot of G4s. And then he sent one to Ziox, and then he got a G4 Shangling, which is a bra moment.
Oh, it's always Opa. It's always Shangling.
It's always Shangling. Let's see if anyone... I don't know if anyone notices they can distribute, but I'll find out the hard way.
I can't wait until, like, if they actually make this a competitive format, just going to compete with physical cards and having like casters over that'd be really cool.
They technically are over in CN. There's because it's available, you know, very widely over there. Yeah. They have a bunch of tournaments going on right now, actually, which you do get to see the results. You can check the physical TCG channel in discord.gg/GITCG, but we just got new results. Let me actually read these new results. I'm curious. What do we have here? Billy. Okay, so Lisa's still banned over there, but we have Kaching, Mona, Lecter. What else? Oh, finally! Ningguang, Ocean, and Noel. Not bad. Mona, Sucrose, Kaching.
Here's the question. How many, like, of the physical TCG people back in CN do you think, like, played the online format?
Probably all of them, because I think, majority of the people who are playing physical TCG, unless, like, I'm not really aware of how the culture goes over there, but I think most people who are playing this, and winning will have, like, the knowledge, from the online already, right? Because could you imagine stepping into physical without any of the knowledge?
No, I mean, like, I assume if you're stepping into it and winning, you have more knowledge than your competitors just generally, so, like, those guys probably played the online format. But what about the others?
That's a good question. I don't actually know. Wait, what is this? We have a double POV, so you know how we just watched Liel and Arian?
Yeah, what about it?
They just matched into each other, so we have 2 POVs.
Oh.
Let's go, baby. Alright, getting that set up. But yeah, no, I mean, I think majority of the players who are doing that are going to be someone from who already played before, so. Alright.
Makes sense, like, relatively unknown TCG pop-up, gonna be a fan to really dig your heels into it.
The only cat see like even I would put like the caveat there. It's like, oh, TCG is like much more popular in CN, but like my opinion on the matter is like, what is it? I still think you needed to be predisposed to the Genshin game to like actually be interested. But this should be round 1, I think. And then yeah, we have Arian and Liel, so you can see that. Oh boy, 2 interesting decks going head to head. Although I think Liel holds a pretty big advantage here, no?
It depends. As you mentioned before, this is like a lower power format in general, which means a lot of the tools players are used to are missing. So the damage that Arian is dealing out with the summon deck is more or less permanent. And Leo does has some tools. You have the cathedral, you have food and stuff, but it's not as effective as TOTM or even Lucky Dogs will refresh your HP every round. So it's more or less a battle of attrition. Like, will Arian be able to do enough HP damage for it to matter, or will he run out of resources first?
Yeah, absolutely. So look at that roll, bird and squirrel on each side respectively. So I think, you know, honestly, a little bit of a low roll on the top, no?
Arian wants to play faster, so the extra summon length doesn't matter as much. You much prefer the extra damage.
Also, apologies. Looks like the nameplate didn't change. Let me grab that.
Ocean Helm coming out. It's not a card I see every day. I actually don't know what it does. Let me go take a look. Oh, wait, no, I do know what it does. It refreshes all summon duration by +1.
Yeah, that's it. And I think what is it? I don't remember if it received changes or not, but I mean, in general, it doesn't matter. We never played it.
The increased summon duration probably is something that won't matter for the most part, because building towards the burst is such a pain anyways, and it's always easier to just resummon things as opposed to increasing the duration with Ocean and Burst.
Look at this though. Liel already has Noelle burst online, unlike last game where we saw Noelle really only come into the end game and never get her burst off. She's getting it early, and that is not good because, as you know, in main game or this game, Noelle getting her burst off just makes her an efficient powerhouse and can refuel herself to burst again. You don't want to deal with that.
I think this is actually a really nice pivot though from Liel. Arian is going to win by chunking you down with infinite damage during the end phase with summons, which means that there isn't a lot to actually threaten Noelle during the actual player turns themselves. Another thing though is that Arian will have more damage than Liel base, so you need to build towards this the Noelle burst to actually try to match the pressure from Arian. And so it's a nice pivot. It kind of plays around his win cons of the race to 0 HP first, and it also keeps Noelle safe by recognizing that there's not a lot of direct damage on the side of Arian.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah, because now Ning Wong is still sitting nice and healthy. Chicken hasn't really had a chance to build anything while Noelle is sitting like the powerhouse since she is in the back. Oh, a big Chef Malvana pass. Huge. Love that dice efficiency.
The thing Leo needs to be careful about now is that with Pyrinator up, Chicken does chunk quite a bit. It will do somewhere up to like 6 damage if you are able to get the burning as well as the Pyrinator proc on top of Noelle, so it's more than half her HP gone. And Ocean is also only 1 away from burst as well, so you have to worry about the star signs, the calcs coming out. I don't know if Arian is actually running a fast swap in that deck.
I can
but if he is, fast swap burst on Ocean is also another threat, so which means Leo needs to play more for the swap stalling format.
Let's see if Arian's running a fast swap. One thing, what is it? I mean, it hasn't changed too much, right, over time, but what is it? Fast swap and CS were like basically requirements for your deck building this time around because it was so powerful back then, and because wait, Catherine's not even in the game. Nobody can get baited by Catherine. Let's go.
Hey, smart choice on the Hoyo. Catherine is a bet for new players. It's not a very good card. I think, like, even now in the modern day, with so many niches coming out for so many different cards, Catherine has still yet to find one.
Yeah, Arian is running double changing shifts and double fast swap, so they have both of those.
Yeah, okay. This means Leo is going to be a lot more hard pressed to just stay on Ocean. It was kind of unfortunate, instead of going over to Noelle and trying to get damage out from her burst. Only 1 turn left on that as well.
Absolutely.
Because just the risk of your Kaio getting taken out is so high.
Yeah. Chicken with the Pyrinator surprisingly cooks quite well because Ningguang just died to end phase last turn. Now look at that, boom, 4 HP Oceanid. Oh dear, what is it? Does have some healing, so it should be able to hold out a little longer, but not that much.
It is considering the burst. It won't do a lot of damage, only 5, and then Ocean will go down shortly thereafter. It can increase it to 8 with the Adeptus, but if you want to do it is another question altogether. Chicken as well has 2 stacks on passive, so that should be a 6 damage burst coming out. No matter what you do, Ocean is destined to die unless you eat hash browns and roll George.
I think it's worth it to go for this Adeptus burst play that Leo just set up. Oh no, we're not going for it. We're gonna hold it for Noel. Interesting.
Yeah, we get 1 extra auto on Noel. It's more damage because Noel auto will deal 4 and Adeptus is only +3. So this makes more sense.
I think we might actually. It's possible to get 2 no because we have Chef Mao plus food. Oh wait, no, because the food costs 1. It's not Sweet Madame. But we do have
Noel's first normal attack is reduced by 1. Unless we want to go for the shield, because summons might actually be enough to kill us.
Summons low-key might tank you with how much there is right now. What is it? Because Arian 100% can just knock out Oceanid clean. Actually, wait, no, there's no quicken. Yeah, wait, no, it's burst. Never mind. I take it all back. Yeah, I can't calculate.
I'm 7 now that we're at 3 stacks because of the burst.
Yeah.
I think the reason Leo didn't Adeptus there is because you can Noel attack in rounds, which will actually save us more HP in the long run, and it's just more damage efficient overall.
Yeah, absolutely. Double star signs, by the way. We were just memeing about star signs earlier with the trailer, and now it's like, what are you gonna do with it? Oh no.
I don't know how I feel about star signs in Arian Sec. I think it's just your bursts aren't that valuable, all things considered. So.
Nah, I mean, I think Shangling, because the idea is to have Shangling, Pyronado available, so just trying to make it more consistent, right?
Oh wait, 1 cost. I guess we already had
because we had the Geo artifact.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, Archaic Petra, nice. So we get to shield up. Very good.
Ooh. Oh, actually, we don't lethal there because we're worried about. I haven't lost the burst. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
very good. Recognizing the win cons. I would have gotten baited by that.
I would have too. Oh man. That's just to show the mastery of Liel, right? Because they not only did participate in Prince Cup, but they're also just a very consistent stall player. I met them with Siege, and I'm like, man, not like this.
Ooh, using the Chef Mal, getting the healing from hash rounds and getting the attack off as well.
Yep, that's that dice efficiency. Very nice. I see. That's why this physical format's crazy, because you only have like the elemental artifact, which is like nobody's using that. But in this one, if it's your only way to decrease your dice cost, you know, you kind of gotta.
The ramp you have becomes just so much more valuable. Oh, and because Xiangling gets taken on the end phase, no I haven't lost yet for Arian, and because the summons faded away as well, that Ocean Burst is just that much less powerful.
Absolutely. We're on pins and needles now, but there's 2 healing cards into Arian's hands. Oh boy. What is it? It's not Lotus, but it's still a good amount of healing. Will it be enough to survive Noel? Maybe not. I'm not mistaken. Oh, Noel's out of burst, so Liel actually needs to spend a good amount of dice to make sure they can get something rolling here.
Reduced a little thanks to Archaic Petra. Going through the motions here, checking what cards have been used.
Yeah, flipping over to Arian side. Oh!
Ooh.
The Adeptus Burst knockout here for Carving Rapids. There it goes. No more calculations needed. GG's.
Oh, if it wasn't for that Adeptus, I think Leo had a win con there. They just top deck Lotus as well, and Noel's shield would have done so much in just reducing the damage. And I'm pretty sure Lotus in a burst would have been enough to lethal the Ocean, and then after that, because of the Lotus, Chicken wouldn't have been able to do enough damage with the help of the extra Crystallize on top of that. But the fact that Arian just top deck that Adeptus changed so many things.
Oh, are you feeling the original vibes? Classic top deck Adeptus? I win, shake my head.
Yeah, I mean, there's just that one card that you need to win, and the feeling of top decking it feels good, as opposed to now, where you just draw half your deck in turn 1, and everything's kind of predetermined.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, Countdown is surely a card of all times.
Countdown is the card of all time. What is it? I should be able to possibly get one more match. Let me see here. While we're waiting, if you want to look on the sheet, is there any deck that you want us to review? Because we can take a look at that while we're waiting.
Oh, I see a Lisa deck. You're talking about how strong Lisa is. Personally, I don't really see it. You know, I think Lisa is a character that exists. I mean, the games are slower, so you have more time to stack up her passive, but even so, I just don't think she's that strong as a character.
So I think the idea behind Lisa was that if you're able to get an extra dice in the first turn, you can FTK because you do either normal or double skills, and then that's enough to build up conductive, and then you get your summon out from your burst, and then that insta kills whoever stands still. But then of course you can just move, right? But the actual implementation of it that we got to see yesterday was that Lisa overload control. So Lisa applied a bunch of conductive early, and then they pivoted between both Pyro Lecter and a Pyro carry of your choice. And then from there, they were just able to basically hold the person down with either the threat of big overload or swapping to Lisa and then just insta-killing all their opponents.
Oh, that's an interesting way to actually play the deck, because typically Lisa's played in Quicken decks where you try to maximize just your consistent damage potential. But that is something I haven't really thought of, Lisa, like the threat of big damage in a lower power format, not having as many defensive tools to deal with it. And it's kind of something unique to Lisa at the moment, because there's no Tandoris to boost your skill damage. It's kind of, she's kind of the only character that can do something like that. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have a pretty special match here. Superbird versus Kaito. Two very good players. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Yeah, both of these players, Prince Cup participants of multiple years. And
Dealer talent, let's go.
We also get the natlan board, baby. Let's go. Have you seen the natlan board in action?
No, I haven't.
What is it? Natlan board? What is it? This is what I said it yesterday, but I'm like, this is what I say when TCG devs like, you know, pay attention, like to do fun stuff in the game. The natlan board is the best example, because it has little animation effects.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you'll see it in a minute. Yeah. All right, but here we go. Diluc, Mona, Lecter versus Kaching, Mona, Lecter. The top deck being a pretty meta pick, but of course these are two very good players, so we should be definitely seeing some back and forth across the board.
It's not Gravestone as opposed to Wolves, which is more common nowadays. Curious. Full ramp. Lecter swap. Take damage. Okay. I guess Woven was so we didn't need to tune, which fair enough.
Absolutely. Also, turn 1, having Diluc Talon already drawn is massive, no? Because if you don't mind refreshing the audience of what Diluc Talon does, or I can do it.
Yeah, so Diluc Talon, if I remember correctly, they might have changed at some point.
No changes. Unfortunately, Diluc's not getting any buffs.
So as we all know, Diluc has a passive on his skill, where the third time in a round you cast it, it will do 5 damage as opposed to 3. And the way Diluc Talon works, the second time you cast skill, it will reduce the dice cost from 3 to 2. Which means with no extra ramp, Diluc is able to do 10 damage a single turn by spamming skill 3 times.
Yeah, just like his main game counterpart, which unfortunately you don't see to get pulled off very often. But this may be the case because not only does Birdie have it, you know, early in a format where you can't draw out talents, but also set up pretty well with that what is it, Greatsword? No.
Yeah, I mean, this changes the breakpoints to 4/4/9, which might not matter, depending. The extra +1 damage when you skill twice it is quite nice, because it makes it you can do, what's like, 8 damage with 5 dice, which is pretty value, if I do say so myself. Lotus getting baited out.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, or what is it? Because we only saw one Diluc for the other few days, but Lecter ended up usually being the main anchor / carry, but in this case with Diluc already equipped, Birdie's pretty willing to proc that revive early and just get the ball rolling.
You know, I want to talk about that previous turn a little bit. We saw Birdie swapping over to Mona and then equipping Lotus just so she doesn't get chunked by that much HP, and it also kind of makes Kaito waste dice. But Kaito, realizing he only has 3 dice left and like attacking one doesn't do anything, just ramps in Birdie's face, forcing him to waste the Lotus, waste extra dice, and then now coming into round 3 with a 13 to 10 dice advantage. And just, I feel like in modern TCG, where everyone has infinite dice, you don't really see like people ramping and people, oh no.
The Pyro
You don't really see like people ramping in each other's faces, you know? It's like calling the bluff that you have no more dice, I will just get more next turn.
Absolutely. You know, with this thing going on right now, is Lecter actually cooked by double Diluc skill?
Lecter was always cooked by double Diluc skill. It was always going to do at least 6 with 2 casts. I just kind of guarantees it with so that without Lotus specifically, Lecter gets his revive popped.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much that matters right now.
Yeah, there we go. Ominous Star. Useful summon. How much useful will be? There goes Diluc going in for a normal attack. Looks like Birdie's they're gonna hold on to it because they have Pyro Woven. You think they're gonna, it's either skill
One
or they're
more
gonna...
Woven. Oh wait, no, there's no Woven.
Uh-oh, I haven't lost
yet. Oh, cooked,
oh no!
cooked.
No! Diluc! Rip. Unfortunate. I wanted to
Oh
see
wait,
Diluc
all the
pop
Pyros
off.
would have actually come in so big here too. It would have been enough damage to lethal Lecter in response.
Yup.
I mean, Summon does the same thing, but now you don't get any Hydra to Keck, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely evened it up. Kaching, you know, also a carry sitting in the back. However, I would say not as potent as Diluc because there's no way for her to get an advantage out of spamming. Just needs to build up to that burst.
Because there's no Tendoris, Mona is guaranteed to get the burst off and apply Hydra, and then buff Lecter's next attack to do was like 8 damage. No, it'll be 10 damage exact because you have to factor in the vaporize as well.
Yep, absolutely.
Actually, it might be more than that. 3, 4, 6. No, it'll be 12 damage.
Yeah, Lecter's about to hit hard, but what is it? You know, we haven't seen what the rest of Kaito's hand, and pretty much everybody, like the original meta, is running Lotus, so that could be a possibility.
There's no way Keck actually lives this, though. You need 13 HP in order to live the empowered Lecter smack. There's no way for Kaito to actually get that much HP, because Mona Burst will do 4 on cast, and you can only heal once per round with food.
Yep.
So, it's like, no matter what, she's stuck on 9 HP max.
Absolutely. Alright, let's see what happens here. Mona Burst is out. Kaching is on critical HP. Still fighting back. Lecter steps up to the fray. Here it is. Boom! 12 damage! That's huge. Yo, back then we would have been pogging. We're like, no way, you can hit that number? Holy. Alright, GG's to Kaito and Birdie. Congratulations for winning your round 2.
Yeah, I mean, great showcase from both players. Kaito did a great bait with the I haven't lost yet, knocking out Birdie's Diluc before he was able to get the 3-3-5 combo. Not that it mattered, because apparently Mona Burst is just as powerful as ever when you're able to get it off.
Ooh, we have some chat messages too. Let's see. Venti says, Kaz was played when Hyper Magic Razor OTK was alive, so it's a good card. Clueless! Okay. Alright. Liel says, I need to gamble so he doesn't have both Star Signs and Adeptus. Probably referring to their match. Adeptus and Ocean and Burst can into Hash Noel. Skill would lose. I haven't lost yet. Adeptus 1 round earlier. I see.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take the risks, right? You can't play around everything, and some things are inevitable. You play around the least likely possibility and just gamble on that. Because chance says they don't have it. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. That was a cool run though, because pretty much everyone is playing Diluc Overload, which by everyone I mean the one person yesterday in Asia. But that was really cool to see Vaporize and a different take on it. And also having Talent actually go off is pretty neat.
I also just realized this now, but Birdie was kind of building something similar to the Cleave Vape decks from all the way back in 3.5, if you remember.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is Pyro, Aggro Pyres.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what the secret is? That you don't have silly little Lecter who gets to revive. Here's a crazy thing. Do you know about the Lecter talent buff from like last patch? Because that's available now.
No, I have not paid attention to a lot of the changes.
So what is it? Or maybe not necessarily last patch, but it's been a few. But Lecter talent to kind of align with the changes that they're making to like all these monster type characters, because they don't know what they're doing with it. But it gives him a shield, and then when you break the shield, everyone on the opposing side takes 1 piercing. And we saw people use that like crazy in Asia.
Ooh, that's actually quite big. Like 1 dice, 3 damage, and considering like how hard damage is to access at this point, that's pretty worse.
Yeah, it's actually it is 2 pyro dice, but it's still like we saw people just maximize the heck out of it. We saw someone get reverse sweep by it, literally by just attacking into Lecter. I'm like, there's no way. That's crazy.
I mean, it's really strong if you look at what you're comparing it to, right? Like, weapons, it's kind of like the main competitor here, but even then, it doesn't quite match up. Because you get shield on top of it. You get HP and damage for just 2 dice. It's like 5 dice of value overall for the cost of 2. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We've said the exact same thing, 5 dice value. But it's a pretty cool talent, but I don't actually see too many people running it today, which is unfortunate. So maybe Asia just has the sauce, right?
Either that, or they're just trying like to stuff different things into the deck, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Absolutely. I'm want to check in. You know, we could probably do maybe bracket or statistic check. Let's see how much time we have left on this round. Oh yeah, we got 10 minutes. So let's do a bracket review, and then we'll statistics check, and then we'll head to the break.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, going slower. See, despite this having like the lower number of players, what is it? Like Asia felt like it went by super fast. What is it? But maybe that's just how it goes, right? Maybe something's different.
Asia doesn't have stall. Actually, Asia usually plays a lot more stall than NA.
See that you would think that, but there was only one stall deck.
I mean, stall doesn't work as well with stall doesn't have as many tools, right? Like even back in the day, stall was not popular around this time. You gotta really wait until that 3.6 when Totem was released before it really kicked off.
Yep, absolutely. Let's get the bracket rundown over here. There we go. We can see the players who are already able to make it undefeated. Very nice.
Might not have any 5-0s today just because of the low number, the way the brackets work out.
Yeah, hopefully, I think someone will probably make it up. But these are all really good players. You know, in participating in this tournament. They're either played for a super long time, or actually here, let me see, any newcomers? You know, literally everyone has played for like a long time. Like I only recognize like, there's only like one name I don't recognize, so that's pretty huge.
I think it's, you know, it's the nostalgia factor kicking in, you know? You see these things you used to use that you don't anymore. So yeah, let me go try that. And then the cooking starts. I was like, I always wanted to play this, but it never quite worked out. This is my chance.
This is my time to shine, maybe. Yeah, no, if I, what is it? If I wasn't running stream, I would have definitely played. Probably Lisa. What would you play if you had to enter this tournament? Because this is our region, technically.
I think personally, the strongest deck that I can come up with is some type of weapon quicken with Sarakale. We don't have King Squire or, what is it? Unseen Razor. But I think just equipping like Raven Bow or something and for the break points with 5 damage on a Kole skill, just enhances Quicken, and double summon with Sarakale is just the strongest generic deck I can really come up with.
Yeah, something of that sort is not too bad. Oh man, I'm making the statistics. I all remember. It's not chicken, it's the Jade Plume Terror Shroom, which takes over my entire screen. So we're just gonna call it that. Okay. Alright, here is also the statistics for this tournament. So, Arian being the only person playing chicken is actually a surprise. We saw at least 2 yesterday. Playing completely different decks as well. One of them was Quicken, so...
I mean, Mona is popular as ever. She just enables so many decks. The free fast swap, the great Hydra application as well. It makes her so flexible. Always. I think like Mona is probably one of the cards I'll always see some use in some deck.
Absolutely. Yeah, looking at it though, Mona was actually top 2 of the other regions with no surprise there. And Sucrose as well, but am I not seeing Sucrose on the stat board? Am I crazy? What is it? She might have not
there is
done
a one-off
in the math. One moment. Is she a one-off? Oh my goodness, she's
a one-off.
What? There's no
That's
way.
Right. I was expecting to see at least like one double Animo control. Because that is another one of the more like default functional decks from back then. There's certain archetypes that are missing their key components, but I mean Quicken and double Animo control have all of their pieces, so I'm rather surprised that we're only... Oh wait, there's not even that here. No one's actually running double Animo control.
Nobody's running Animo control today? What is this? No way.
Yeah, I mean, that's surprising.
That's actually, yeah, that is really... No Animo control today? Question mark?
I mean, it's time to cook, right? These are our veterans. It's their time to shine with their wacky sauce they never got to try out.
Absolutely. I think, okay, you see, the biggest statistic that we got to talk about is how Kale has the highest... This is the highest Kale has been for any of the regions for this format. What is it? The Pita Brains are strong with this one.
Kale, my goat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ignore the Xingqiu. I just noticed Xingqiu's up there. Someone accidentally put him in. He's gone. That's not
Xingqiu is not here.
That's not a real character. What are you talking about? But yeah. Or is it anything else you want to chat about? Because right now, we're pretty much just waiting for the next round, so we can always take a break if you want to do that.
I'm down for a break. I can go chow down on some of my snackies.
Ooh, yes. What is it? Today I learned that, what is it? You guys have more Ruffle flavors than Americans. It's crazy.
I know, right? It's great.
It's not fair. I want some cool Ruffles. But anyways, yes, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll see you right back when the round starts. And we're back for round 3. Lots of streams to look at today, actually, which is super nice. Thank you to everyone for doing that. But round 3, we have a match already ongoing. Are you ready for some card action, Sumi?
Give me that content.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. All right. So we have, yeah, pretty much since the tournament is small, but everyone's actually streaming, it's super nice because we're going to be able to have pretty much every perspective available. Yes, sir.
Oh, full ramp in their face, my goat. It's my favorite strat. Never punished.
So true, yes. But let's continue on with the tournament. So we have Arian back at it again, and I believe something a little different is Kaching. What is it? Kaching? Oh no, oh no, this is the Hyper Bloom, right? Yeah, but it's a different player. This is Magnamac, another really good player.
This is a surprisingly popular deck. I don't know if I would like this over just Quicken with Sara, but I see the potential.
Absolutely. Yeah, actually, wait. Sara has a lower pick rate this time around because...
Well, I mean, I'm trying to kind of generally being a weaker character through the history of this game, and has been relying on like the synergy with Kaio to stay relevant, and ever since that has fallen off, just as the archetype in general, Quicken isn't strong enough to compete. Her pick rate has sharply declined, but still, I think if we're going back to the old 3.4 days, I think Sara Quicken can have some great showings.
So, yeah, sorry, I didn't get a chance to finish my thought. I was doing some Discord management. But basically the idea with Sara, especially yesterday, if so many people were playing Sara, is that she's basically budget official. And that's why I'm a little surprised to see nobody do it too much. Also, what happened in the first term? Oceanid's dead.
Yeah, but we got infinite ramp.
This is true.
So I count that as victory.
This is true.
Unfortunately, with the way the summons are ordered, it's going to be one wasted Pyro Aura, so -2 damage. I don't know how much Mona is going to take here. Let's see.
Yeah, there's 2, and then she's about to take 3 right now. Or 4, actually. Yeah, it's a squirrel.
Actually, the difference. Oh, no. The extra 2 damage would have actually been enough to kill Mona.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, lucky.
That summon order, man, it gets with you sometimes.
It gets you. It's always a summon order.
How long has it been since we've seen summons, man? I miss summons. What is it? I enjoyed them a lot. Oh my god. Arian, calm down. 15 dice. Illegal.
Yeah, ramp my goat. Give me those infinite actions. What are they gonna do? Stop me with what dice?
This is true. Oh, man. Oh, there's the I haven't lost yet, though. Here comes Colin Anbar.
Oh, wait, this is actually a little bit dangerous.
Yes, it is, very much. Oh, and the Chef Mao play. What are we playing on top? Is that an Adeptus? No, it's Lotus. I'd be shocked if it was Adeptus. It's a 10 HP chicken. There's no way.
I mean, you just get the damage out, right? You're unlikely to build another burst, so you just take the 3+3.
Tank the first hit of chicken. Very good moves. What is it? Burst is locked and loaded, and Adeptus in hand. Oh no.
This burst is 10. The Keg does do enough damage to actually kill here, and no stiletto, so you need to use an Ivan Lost. Or sorry, leave it to me if they actually want to get the Quicken proc off.
Absolutely. Or they should have stiletto because 1 energy point. They're probably just hiding it.
Oh yeah, you're true. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I almost thought the same thing because I'm like, oh yeah, Kaching has 10 HP. She hasn't done anything yet. Nah. Nah.
I didn't remember her skilling, so I thought she didn't use it yet. I guess I just missed it.
No, it was not in the footage yet. We weren't there yet. We missed that part.
Yeah, I guess I just missed the skill.
Yeah, both players are now at a standstill. They can tell that both of them have really big responses to what either of them are doing. So, yo, the goated talent. Let's go.
Wait, this is actually quite smart because if you go to Keck now, you're guaranteeing the lethal onto the chicken because you're expecting an Adeptus here, or at least you're playing around the Adeptus. And if there is no Adeptus burst to take out the Kaio, you can still play the Stiletto, which will allow you to get value from the Sidewinder either way.
Yep, absolutely. Freaking really, really strong, actually. Holy moly. It's been so long since we've seen Sidewinder. A little refresher, if you don't mind, if you still remember.
Yeah, so it costs 4 days to play, and then it'll make Kaio use her skill once, and then during the turn you played Sidewinder, or done a Kaio skill if it's already equipped. if you do a Dendro reaction, it will make the character who did the reaction do a follow-up Dendro hit.
Yeah. And that is super potent, especially when it used to be 3 cost. And unfortunately, yes, even in physical, they did print it out with a 4 dice cost, which made us very sad.
No! How could they?
Yep, there goes the stiletto usage, and bang! The 2 follow-up chicken is out of here. Shangling versus Kaching. 2 summons on the field. I don't know. But, oh, Pyronado's coming.
That's the second Lotus committed as well, so Magmag doesn't have access to that anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about to get shredded by this follow-up. You know what? Because it's a perfect time to talk about it. With the physical TCG, it's a reminder of how many characters have a 4-cost burst that don't get to be meta in online. Because Kaching has a 4-cost burst, Shangling has a 4-cost burst, Jean has a 4-cost burst, Lecter has a 4-cost burst. Like, the list goes on. It's pretty nuts.
We don't burst. Curious. I guess. Alright.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think.
I would have done
Unless it's math? No. I mean, like, we already used our Adeptus, right? Like, there's no way we do enough to deny in a single hit. And Keck is threatening a 5 damage skill here.
Absolutely.
I don't know about that one. I think I would have bursted.
I definitely would have gone for the burst, yeah. Either way, this is the situation we're in now. Still has 2 dice advantage, has healing, goes for it, let her rip.
Oh, you know what? The reason Arian didn't go for the burst is because he needed turn prio.
Yeah.
On 5, Keck does exactly 5, so you need to hold the burst for next turn and then heal with the hash browns out of breakpoint range.
Absolutely. Huge Chef Mal value. What is it? But that cancels out my idea of like maybe Star Signs Adeptus burst. Aquila Favonia, I don't think that's enough to live though.
If you have Star Signs, it is. Star Signs burst does do 7 with the help of the Aquila.
Is it possible? But we already...
You need a Star Signs.
Yeah. That's it. Oh, just 6. And there we go. Shangling finishes the job, locks in that screenshot. Here you go.
If you had 1 more Quicken stack, that would have been the game changer.
Absolutely.
If Quicken still had 3 stacks, Magnak wins that.
Yo!
Just think, 3-stack Quicken, Magnak wins that.
Yep, GG's to Magnak. Congratulations to Arian for winning their 3rd round. That is a 3 in a row. Very nice with a pretty difficult deck to play, I would say.
Not the deck I expected to win, all things considered. But I mean, if it works, it works.
Yep, absolutely. But what is it? What is it? It's so nice to have all these streams up because I actually can't decide what we're gonna do. But I did actually decide, and you know what it's gonna be? A D-Luke off. Are you ready?
D-Luke, it's been so long since you've actually done anything relevant.
Oh no.
And both main and the side game. Let's see what you got for us.
Yep. Trying to get this earlier, but boom, yeah. Despite it being in a very aggressive matchup, we're catching it at a time where still technically not too much has happened. As we can see, Lecter only has proc their first revive on the side of LS Plus, and there we go, Birdie as well.
Ooh, you know what? Another cool thing about this matchup: whoever loses their chance to be a 5-0. Because I believe at the current moment, both of these players are at the 2-0 threshold. Okay, and I think we know the winner.
What is it? Uh-oh. What does that mean? Ooh, not like this.
Fast Swap Pyro-Res. Love to see it. It's a classic of the old double Pyro aggro decks. You just take out that overload, and if your opponent has it with 4 cards in hand, you just lose, but sometimes you can't afford to play around it, and stuff like that happens.
Yep, absolutely. Definitely it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to climb now. You know, it actually is interesting to see Kaching. Not that it doesn't make sense, but you know, since she's not really gonna do any like summon or off-field damage. She really just has to come into the end. So LS Plus is almost kind of flexing off each of these who are basically like their own hyper carry until they get to their bursts.
You know, a deck like this reminds me of the old Pyro Keck decks where you have Kitchen coming in early to get the early Electro and Stiletto, and then you build up towards the Bennett burst, and you can also afford to thread a Pyro Res at some point in there.
Oh yeah, you're basically right. Good old Pyro Keck. What is it? Oh man, that was my favorite original deck. That was good stuff.
You know, it's kind of crazy like how many metas Pyro Keck has went through. It feels like Pyro Keck is always like the glue that holds the TCG together. If the deck is better than Pyro Keck, it's good. If it's worse than Pyro Keck, it's not deserving for you to play. And then when you don't know what to bring as a third, it's always just Pyrokek in there to hold you together.
Yeah, also, holy reroll. Pretty much perfect thanks to the double fab. LS is contending with the same amount of dice. Don't know how much, you know, what is it? How much food they have left because they already placed down Chef Mao. This is getting quite difficult. What is it? D-Luke does get knocked out here. What is it? No healing to save Lecter, though, because I do believe... Or actually, yeah, no, LS's Lecter should be able to knock this guy out for sure.
Well, Lotus wins birdie of the game here, though. I mean, Kek would have actually killed through it. Would it? No, it's 7 HP. Yeah. Lotus would have actually won birdie of the game here. It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
We don't have that. The fact that their opponent had power res as well on top of things at just the wrong moment.
Yeah, this is the This is the D-Luke matchup. Very unfortunate, like with the Pyro Res. The Pyro Res pretty much swung like both games. No! Oh no, LS has the Lotus. There you go.
I mean, this. Oh wait, doesn't have the dice though.
Oh no!
Unless.
No, it's for sure a dice.
We gamble no Electro dice. Yeah. Only 3 cards in hand. You can't burst if there's no. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's go over.
What is it? I see. That is unfortunate. I thought there was hope with the no dice, but there it is. There goes. Big burst. GG's to LS and Birdie. Congratulations to LS for winning their round 3.
If LS didn't have the dice, it could have been Birdie's victory. The Woven in hand as well. 1 Mona auto takes away the Kek, and then the summons end phase. If you can just get 1 extra attack with the Woven onto the Lecter. Like, Revivals would be popped as well. It was possible.
Yeah, pretty. What is it? There was definitely a way there that could happen, but with like, you know, basically like very little draw value across the board, they couldn't really do anything about it. Once you got to that after Pyro Res endgame, it's like it's over.
This is kind of what it's like with the old aggro decks, right? There wasn't too many access to draw. It was kind of just like Star Signs and Sealy if you could fit it into your deck. And so you just have to make work with what you drew, and sometimes you draw good.
Actually, what is it? We're dropping into this game a little too late, honestly. You know what? I think I'll dip out of this one. What is it? We'll ask for a replay. But I want to see the full thing of that. But that's Kaito versus Liel going on live right now. So instead, we'll pull someone else over. But yeah, what is it? Shout out to it's crazy that the only two D-Luke players have met in bracket.
Kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, shout out to them playing D-Luke. You were very based. Let's see here. Did this person finish their match? Because we do have one that should be done already. All right, yeah. So we're gonna have to wait for 2 other people to finish their matches. But what is it for now? What is it? Did you have a deck review yet or no?
No, I don't think we had one yet. I don't know what to really look at, all things considered. I guess the Lisa deck, because that's the one you've been hyping up. It's like, yeah. Lisa's so good. The CN community has banned it in their physical tournaments. And I'm doubtful, personally.
Yeah, I can grab a Lisa deck 1 second. So let's go do that. And if you want to see any weight. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So this Lisa is not the Lisa Overload. Oh wait, no, we do have Lisa Overload. It's just on top. Okay, from Alexander Rafu. So let me go ahead and pull this up right now. 1 second. I was confused. I'm like, where is it? Where did it go? No, but it's there. All right. Oh, it's pretty built to size as well. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and flip over to this. But here is the Lisa deck, which, like I mentioned, it's Lecter, Lisa, and then a choice of your Pyro character. Some people go for Shangling. Some people go... actually, yeah, that's kind of it. So, but it's between D-Luke and Shangling. Shangling feels a little more secure. But yeah, this is the general game plan. You start on Lisa and or swap over to Lisa with talent, and then from there, try to chip them down to at least 6. And then you'll have what do you call it? Conductive status on all of them, and then Lisa should be able to just go in and take the kill, or the other 2 will.
And it just plays like your standard aggro deck, which I think with a lot of the defensive options of stall decks not available, just going full aggro deck is the way to go. Also, we don't have like Xing Qiu right now, so combo tools aren't there, no Candace Razor or anything of that sort, so I think just going for aggro makes the most sense at the moment. No Yoi either, actually, so
Yeah.
Like,
see,
I think
Yoimiya is the one card they like for sure knew it's like we are not printing this on the set 1 because Ayaka exists.
I think like it for sure makes sense that a lot of the aggro decks become popular because they're the ones that operate on the limited resources that we do have. A lot of the other decks need like specific cards or tools that they just don't have access to at the moment. Whereas aggro, like you shove in three damage skill characters and you let them rip.
Yeah, absolutely. What does it? It just ends up like that especially because Lecter like buffs themselves after the revive. Like, by that point of the round, like you've already taken so much damage, like you're just gonna die, like guaranteed.
Like this might sound a little bit crazy, but I think Lecter's too strong for the format.
That's what Fufu said. He went on an extended rest yesterday, which you can find in the stream VOD Asia. But he went on an extended rant about how Lecter is too overpowered for this format. Which
Lecter is too strong for the format though. Like comparing it to everything else around it, the revive and like 3+1 damage just for existing is so up and away, like just stronger than everything else in existence.
Yeah. What is it? I think because I get it, because what is it, like being able to revive has consistently shown how strong it is in physical right now because of how little power tools you have. So pretty much everyone you see, like, what is it, Lotus is definitely the high rate pick, but Egg is also invading a lot of these decks. So we can see in this one, like, conventionally speaking, you would probably never run Egg in a deck like this, but because you need that like extra HP, everything matters, it's enough to justify sacrificing a character.
Another thing is you don't have access to Fischl, which means a lot of the summon decks are lower power, and there's no Xingqiu, no Yoimiya, and like there's no follow-up attackers as well, so that revive becomes that much stronger. You're forced to commit the extra 3 dice in order to actually knock them out. Whereas if you play against a combo deck, sometimes you just attack once and the follow-up will go through the revive, and it doesn't really matter. Because tools like that aren't here, they're just that much stronger. And who thought it was a good idea to release buffed Lecter in the current format? If it was old Lecter where it was just the revive and no damage buff, maybe. But, like, with the buff? I don't know, buddy.
It might be, I can check in on the Google document that we have in #PhysicalTCG, discord.gg/HTC. But Lecter might be maybe, I think it's buffed Lecter, as far as I can tell. But they might have, like, one, like, minor change, like, in there. The only character I know for sure is unbuffed Lisa inside Physical.
What was the Lisa buff? That character's never used. I actually don't know.
The Lisa buff is that she can just apply conductive more consistently. So like before, like she could only apply conductive off of her normal attack, but now she can do it off of skill and burst. So what is it? So it's not that much of a change. Funnily, I have not seen a Lisa burst this entire tournament series, because like all the region, like not a single person was able to actually get Lisa burst off.
Man, I can't wait for this TCG to release on global. Like, you know, maybe they'd be some tournaments or something, and I get to crush it.
Yes.
Get the cool dice as well. Love my dice.
I really want to play Physical. I still am looking at the pipeline of where I can probably order a good amount of pre-constructs, so I can like set up like something at the local game shop. But what is it? Yeah, no, it's really cool to have this. And hey, they do listen to your feedback for TCG specifically. So if you want to send that to Hoyo, do that. But anyways, here's a different Lisa deck. I actually, we haven't really seen anything like this too much. They're even maximizing, no, not that. What is it? Using Shadow of the Sand King because they're more likely to get reactions unlike the other Lisa deck.
I think Shadow of the Sand King is a really odd card to actually include in the first set. Because, like, I don't know, I just feel like you're not getting a lot of reactions done, right? Because you don't have the follow-up attackers like Xingqiu and the likes. And not even Fischl for the summons as well. It just doesn't feel like you're getting a lot of value out of it. Part of Kavarina, though, like, is too strong for the format, by the way. It's 3+1 draw. What were they thinking?
It's not that bad. Come on now. I think it's okay.
Because it only draws you one, like, yeah, it's not that bad in comparison to Lecter. Hot damn, that thing is busted right now.
No, I mean, like, in general, because I think the reason they put in Shadow of the Sand King and Kavarina is that they're definitely strong, but not to the point where it completely, like, breaks the game, right? Like, because you still need to have some sort of draw, because the biggest thing is that there's, like, basically no draw available.
You got strategized in Warp. We made do. These youngsters gotta make do the same.
These youngsters gotta make do. Oh, man.
These got it too good. They got Kavarina, they got SSK, they even have Sealy. Man, back in my day, we had to deal with strategized Lyman and Warp.
Yeah, but you want
and we were happy about it.
see, what is it? Watch this. Do a sick transition because we have a match right now. Boom. Liel is running it back. As we saw earlier, Liel versus Kaito, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, that's Kaito. Get wrecked. Dang, bro.
Someone. Oh, George, my beloved, it's been so long since I've seen you. Oh.
There you are, buddy. What is it? Actually, yeah. Well, also, when I'm watching Ocean matches over this weekend, nobody got George.
George, my beloved, you used to be the goat of all summons. Now look at what they've done to you.
Yeah, look at what they've done to you.
All the pain.
What is it? Yeah, let's see here. Kaching, Mona, Lecter. Very meta inside physical, and also, life sentence. Actually, no, it's double. It's a Geoshinid, right? Not life sentence, but.
Whoa, double Paimon start. Somebody
Yeah, that's kind
cooking.
of crazy. What the heck? Kaio's holding a pretty big advantage here. We'll see how it plays out across the match.
The thing is, Kaito needs to make it do with his advantage because, like, ramp isn't permanent.
Mhm.
At least dice ramp isn't permanent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you gotta make it work with you,
Mhm.
or else. Oh wow.
Oh man, you want to talk about ramp, Sumi?
Oh.
Man.
Yes, I love ramping. Let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. Ningguang down to a pretty low HP threshold. Good draw into the next round and Chef Mao, but Gravestone on top of Noel. We already saw how strong that was, yeah.
Ooh, Lecter talent coming in. That's gonna be quite scary to deal with.
Oh wait, this adds the context. Okay, so in the tournament discussion channel, Liel said he at Kaito, what the fuck is that? And now I understand. I see.
Somebody got like the perfect starting hand round. Well, I don't even know if Kaito needs a tune yet. Might have had perfect dice to work with as well. So, you know, somebody is cooking. But maybe they're favored by the old Archons in the sky a bit too much.
Yeah, perhaps. What is it? Wait, you know, because okay, it's funny actually because Kaito was the one that rolled triple jet off of what do you call it? What's the one that destroys locations?
Sunyata?
Yeah, they rolled triple jet.
Damn. I mean, triple jet doesn't actually do anything anymore.
Yeah, no, it didn't. No, but it was during PC. So.
Oh. Wait, like with old jet where
yeah,
it just gave you
it was versus Fufu during one of the rounds. It was crazy.
I don't. Okay. Well, that's a high roll.
You can ask him.
Time.
You can ask him for the story later. But yes, as we continue on,
I
Lecter.
bet Fufu was happy about that one.
Oh, he was not happy. What is it? Dude, Noel just tanked that. 4 damage, nothing. Get out of here.
I mean, this is like no prime Noel, right? Wolf's Gravestone equipped doesn't give a damn about anything else that's going on. Shield's going to take infinite damage, deal infinite damage, and you're going to cry about it.
Oh my god, Sumi, do you see that card with a ghost on it? I wonder who that is.
But only one round of Elector summons already, you know, gone on. It's
I
not worth
know,
sent
but
off.
it's there. What is it? People have been getting sent off a lot in these tournaments, which is hilarious.
I mean, like, summons are just actually strong now, so I'm not surprised.
Let's see here. Noel's locked and loaded for burst. What is it? Definitely getting pushed back on Kaito's side a little bit. Oh, nice. Sweet Madame. The only zero-cost food to give you free dice. That's it. Ooh. Now it's a little on edge.
That's a bit dicey.
I mean, they did just
no,
play
like,
it.
Tandoors or anything buff damage. Oh, wait.
Oh, huge.
Oh, wait.
The calcs play.
Is this enough? It might only deal 9 because you're on
9.
Jade Screen. Yeah,
No
okay.
Jade Screen, unfortunately. Bro, Ningguang, okay, listen, man. Ningguang's strong, but man, does she require a lot to actually work. It's kind of silly.
That's kind of the nature of a lot of stall units, no? They kind of a generally weaker base kit that require some investment to actually get going.
No, what is it? But, like, the fact that you can't get your 10 damage burst off, like, 3 energy and stuff is like, man. Like you were
yeah, but I think there's like the fair assumption that you skilled them once, so you usually have it by that. Like if you have Ning Burst, it's kind of assumed that you've either chunked them within 9 HP or already have Jade Screen up. So
absolutely. Now moving over to Ocean, it probably wants to get something done. Yeah, take that damage while you can. What is it? Let's see here. Yeah, it gets a summon. No George to protect them from what's about to come. Lecter on top of Lotus. He's not dying anytime soon.
Oh wait, no, the Fadarada messes with us. One dice remaining. Yeah, ramp.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's it. You know what's funny? This is actually a really good Lotus waste because the squirrel is going to hit the Lotus instead of the shield, which makes it so that Kaito can't get off their free piercing. What is it? Nope, never mind. It has prio. Never mind. I lied. Left to right. Always remember.
The Lecter shield came in before the Lotus because the order it actually went off.
Yeah.
If Kaito played Lotus before a talent proc, Lotus would have actually gotten hit first.
Yeah.
Not that it mattered, could deal the shield eventually.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, Leo's curious. Yeah, they said, "Yo, look at this. Yo, look at this. I'm cooked."
The I haven't lost it actually does cook though.
It does.
If you lose the Noel, you more or less lose the game. This Lotus though, breaks are just barely out of breakpoint range.
Good punch. No Geo res. I guess you don't need it. What is it? Here we go. Strategize. Into I haven't lost yet. With the burst. No buffs though. What is it? Pulling out. Bang. 5 damage with Gravestone. GG's. Congratulations, Leo, for winning round 3. And Kaito, GG's as well.
Hey, Gravestone Noel, she is the Exodia that we've all kind of been longing for. It used to be such a menace to deal with in the end game.
You know what? This is the real reason why they never printed Lucky Dogs. They're just like, listen, we can't let this happen again. They know how meta it was.
I mean, they just need to up the power of the game until that's no longer an issue.
This is true.
Because, let's be fair, it was quite a lot of investment. First, you had to get the Gravestone on it. Lucky Dogs was nice, but a little bit optional. Then you have to build the energy towards it. It's another 6 dice down the drain, and then you have to burst to actually get the extra power from your normal attacks, or like lower them below 6 HP.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going into it, but it like, I don't know, for that much investment, you should get at least that much of a payoff.
Yeah. Let's see here. Catching up a chat real quick. Superbird says, "I don't want to run 3-2 Animo in such an important tournament." This is true. I don't want to run the deck that always goes 3-2. Hello, welcome to the chat, Karen K. 8SB, no way Arian's using my deck. Let's fucking go.
Someone's got a deck yoinker. Hey, I mean, if something works, it works, right?
Arian's playing it pretty dang well, because they are 3-0, so.
True. That's like a surprise outlier deck. I did not expect it to do that well.
I see what it reminded me of, because I remember yesterday, because what is it? We were hanging out at Attila for the first Prince Cup. At the time, and that's what he was playing. Something with Chicken Yoi, which is basically the mentality that the deck is running with. Speaking of brackets and stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at the current bracket right now. Oh my god, it's bye. No way.
Bye, Chad, my goats.
It's so confusing because, okay, 8SB decides, like, let's be Bye Chan. So in the Discord and on Battlefly, their name is Bye. So I'm like, alright, so we're watching Bye, guys. It's like, wait, that's not possible. What is this?
Almighty Bye in every tournament there ever was. Arian and Ellis Plus, though, are only 3-0s at the moment. I think there are only 3-0s. There's not enough players to actually have more. Which means next round, one of these guys are going to go 4-0, 3-1. And after that, there's a chance there's no 5-0.
Yeah, someone needs to basically streak through the entire way, which I really hope there is, because I made something special for the graphic, but if it doesn't come to be, I'll be very sad. So winning players, please, I beg you. I really want to see a win.
I mean, if Arian's deck remains to be as strong as we've seen it to be, could be possible.
Yeah, probably. You know, what do you think? See, because this is actually fun speculation, since we do have a lot of time left, you know, before the next round comes. What do you think will be released next with the mentality of physical TCG? So, like, to establish some, like, ground rules, basically. What they've done, as you can see from the image here, is that they've cut away anything that gives you extra dice or dice generation. So no gamblers, no food boosters, no food decosters, all that stuff. And then they've kept the artifacts very tame, right? Only elemental artifacts, which is pretty easy, but then Shiminawas, which will not, you know, like, completely destroy you, and then just some draw value. And outside of that, supporter cards too, it's only companions, really, not too many locations or items.
Well, I think first off, they're probably going to release some type of like close support. So I expect to see Xingqiu, maybe not Yoi. Yoi might be a bit too strong for the current format, but I think at least Xingqiu should be fine. Yeah. They might choose to bring in something like Yanfei, like hasn't really had her time to shine. Maybe release her in this type of format. She could have a stage. Beidou as well, like some sort of follow-up character that can get you invested into it, to build a deck around it.
You know,
you can see Legend of Vanessa as well. I don't actually hate seeing that card. I think
Mhm.
it could have some potential when there's
Yeah.
not as much dice generation.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you actually bring up a great point. I'm pretty sure, like, of course, Shangling exists, but like, who really played Shangling before this? There is not a lot of follow-up characters in the list. Actually, I just realized that.
It's actually only Shangling as well.
It's
Characters. Like
only
that's why I think.
Shangling.
That's why I think you bring in Beidou, you bring in Xingqiu. Xingqiu might be a bit too strong, but I think Beidou should at least be fine. To like have some combo support you can build around, and then Liu Su might be a bit too strong, but you can bring in some like exiles or something. You can build some sort of like energy charge by bursting or something, and then you can have like an aggro deck that changes into a combo deck as you go forward. Yeah, I think it's follow-up support. I think is what they're gonna add because that's what we're lacking at the moment. There's no combo deck at the moment.
You know what is it actually? Because we do have a good amount of time. So let me go ahead and open one of these. Whoa, that's not the button. Hold on, that's not the button I wanted to press.
You know what? They should add Albedo. Maybe then he'll actually do something.
Maybe Albedo will do something. Ain't no way. Here we can go ahead and sort out who we think will actually make it in. What is it? I don't know. There's no actual rankings here, but let's see. So you said do you think the follow-up characters are coming for the next set?
I expect like some follow-up support, mainly because like we just don't have any. Chi is probably fine as well. I think she provides like a cryo summon, which is a niche we don't have at the moment.
Yeah. What is it? One funny piece of discussion that people put out there is that in theory, any card that's added to physical will actually never be buffed or nerfed again inside the online TCG, right? Because technically that's true. What is it? Lecter and Lisa, I think they did like miss something, but effectively speaking, they're probably not getting buffed again after all the additions they already have.
I mean, the cards can receive erratas, right? Like Yu-Gi-Oh has a bunch of cards that receive changes like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine like they print some other card and then like they do like what is it? It's like, hey, let's print Ito and then let's also print Bin Ito.
Bin Ito in physical TCG, I can't wait to have that like 100% pick rate again.
That'd be great. I really don't know what they would do with Ito once he comes into physical, because they totally can change the cards if they feel like it, because they already have for some of them, but like nothing too crazy. But with Ito being so underpowered, like I don't know, it feels bad to release a card, right? Like for something you actually pay for, and then like it's not really that usable, right?
I mean, if you release Ito right now with the current state of the game as a standalone character, and then you release some combo support like Legend of Vanessa, and you put like the bell in there as well, Ito could work as like a fairly strong deck, just because everything else is so weak.
Absolutely. Yeah,
like I think it's possible.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because he could probably chew through like even now, just like run Chef Mao, and then that's where you get your bonus dice. What is it? And let's see. Talent would not do anything different, so he would probably just be okay in that regard. Chi-Chi? Let's see. Yeah, Chi-Chi probably won't receive any changes, because the only change she's received over the past few months is a talent card buff, and that's kind of it. Round 4 has started. Let me see the matchups that we have. Oh, yeah, it looks like the 3-0s are going head-to-head, so we'll probably watch that.
That could be quite cool. No Xingqiu to synergize with, though. Maybe see a Kaio? Kaio could be nice.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Kaio, what is it? I think, I don't know. Because I don't know if they would ever change Kaio, because now that we're slightly more incentivized to do swaps with Shen Yun nowadays, but what do you call it? It could definitely be a possibility.
Shen Yun prefers to be played with Kuki anyways, just because like the synergy with veterans is so good. The util from the healing as well is just better. I think her anchor potential is just superior to Kaio because of talent anyways. I don't think Kaia's going to be played there. And the third is never going to be Kaio because you need an anchor in that slot.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we have a match actually coming right now. I need to set this up real quick. But right here. So I'm going to send you a UID to join up in. There you go. This is going to be the 3-0 contenders right now. Should be exciting.
Alright, let me go join the world.
You might actually end up joining the other guy. Never mind. You might join Arian instead. Actually, oh, they're waiting. Okay, we're just waiting. Okay, anyway. Yeah, no, we're just waiting for it to actually happen.
Alright, I guess we'll chill here for a bit.
Yeah, we'll chill here for a bit. Everyone else is going on right now. The matchup is Liel versus... Is it? Oh my god, it's Birdie. We have 2 double POVs. What is it? If it comes down to it, we might just move to Birdie versus Liel.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, because they're waiting for too long.
You know what I'm really sad about? Genshin hasn't released any more celebration name cards. And then, as someone who likes to flex how much of a no-lifer I am, I have like all of the celebration name cards on my profile showcase.
I don't know what those are.
You used to get name cards for completing certain events.
Oh, what is it?
Don't
they still
like
do
the
that?
initial like cube battle events, the first Lantern Rite, the first Adeptus Mechanicus.
I swear they still did those though.
No, they don't.
Are they
'cause
locked
I
to the
haven't
battle
received-
pass?
No, those are separate. Those are like battle pass name cards are different.
Mm-hmm.
But they used to give you name cards for doing events like the cube boss rush, the second boss rush where like we had Kenki with a million HP.
Mm-hmm.
The first summer event had one as well. The Dawn Winery, no, not Dawn. Yeah, the Dawn Winery like, winemaking one had one too, and then like they just stopped giving those out, so I don't have anything to fill out the extra slots on my.
Interesting.
showcase
I didn't
anymore.
actually know they stopped doing that. I swear they still did it. What is it?
No, they don't. I know that because if they did, I would like shove those on my profile to flex how much of a no-lifer I am. These are things that Primo Gems can't get you.
Yeah,
You
they
had
can't
to
get
be
you the
there.
shiny name card. This is true. Man, I gotta look into that. I actually had no idea that was the case. But, what was it? We were gonna watch the 3-0 match, but they're busy doing something else. So, Liel versus Birdie is here once again. Very good players going at it. This should be an interesting MU.
Wow, Wishin's already at 2 HP. I know it's like round 2. That's impressive.
Yeah, we did miss the first round, but this is round 2 already. So, wow. What is it?
Those send-offs are going to be real depressing. By the way, I hope if they release send-off in the physical card, it's actually 2 black dice. Mainly just so that eventually when a power level scales above above 7 decks, it's not as weak as it is at the moment, because 2 white is kind of hard to justify in a lot of cases.
Yeah, no, it really is. The replay will be, what is it? There's a slight delay, but it's mostly just to make sure we know what cards Birdie has, so we can have a better commentary experience. Send-off is actually losing gigantic value here, no? No way you're doing that. Oh my goodness. Double Cathedral?
I mean, like, even in 3.4 when summons are everywhere in certain matchups, it just lost value, like in Cleave Apex or against Pyrocanic. So you play it for the matchups where it's going to be really good, like in Quicken or Ganyu. Rip my 2-cost energy Ganyu, by the way. Please, Hoyo, bring that back if you're listening. I'm begging you.
I'm begging you, please.
No. I have one thing, and that's a 2-cost Ganyu.
They already printed Ganyu with 3 energy. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's so joke.
You know what? This is like, I'm gonna go grind. I'm gonna go work my way up the ladder, get a job at Hoyo just so I can revert that change. It's my one goal in life.
Unfortunately, you are not getting it. Listen, if we get a, if we get a customized TCG mode where you can modify values, then you can have it.
Yes, that's all I want. That's literally all I care about.
Ganyu players want one thing, it's disgusting.
I don't know what other Ganyu players, but like that's the only thing I care about, because that's the way I used to play.
Well, listen, you're the only Ganyu player.
I mean, like, there were other Ganyu players at that point in time, but they just played the deck wrong. They were playing for Undivided, where the real power was actually in the burst. They just didn't know how to play it.
Little did they know how big that cryo orb is.
You build your deck towards 6 energy gen and like play for turn 2 guaranteed Ganyu burst, and you profit.
Yes.
Who cares about this Undivided card? The burst is where it's at.
Absolutely. Dude, Geo high roll. Oh my god.
What a high roll.
Oh my god. We saw that a lot. What is it? Chef Mao has been high rolling like crazy for people. Like, they're getting like every dice they need pretty much, which is hilarious.
Leo could have just tuned away one of those send-offs though. Like half Hephaestus, you take those. And then you reserve one for Herald Burst. I mean, sorry, Lecter Burst if it ever comes out.
Yeah. What is it? Huge ramp
Wow.
from Birdie. How are we feeling about this match so far? Both hyper carries at full HP and then their supporter unit, like literally at death's door. I kind of wonder how it's going.
Birdie needs to find a pyro res and like fast at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the only realist. Oh wait, actually, there's just D-Luke burst. Hold up, and he goes first. Ooh, I don't know about this one. That burst does a lot of damage. I think it does 11 damage at the current calc I have in my head right now. Because it's 9 base with weapon and a +2, so it's 11. Actually, Noel dies here.
I'm shocked that D-Luke has burst.
Wait, Noel dies here.
Yo. Here comes Dawn to break forth. Foo, 10 clean damage through the shield. There's no way. When's the last time you saw someone get a kill like that? Very nice.
I'm pretty sure Leo did a miscalc there.
What is it? Could have been a miscalc, yeah. What is it? Either that or they just like...
You equip Grace though, right? There's no way you just sack. Like, you had enough dice to swap over to Ocean as well. You had 2 dice to spare. Could have swapped. Like, there was a lot of things you could have done differently there.
Oh, a talent too. Here it comes, Flowing Flame. Look at that chunky damage. Ningguang's about to get pushed past her threshold. What can Leo do?
We have enough dice to do 3-3-5.
Ooh. Let's see it. Let's see it. No, Leo, like, what is it? No really any defensive options, right? Just a hash browns to try and heal up. Yeah, they're even leading it.
Leo loses here. Without Noel, there's actually no way you bust through D-Luke, especially because you don't even have enough to burst on Ning at the moment. And then, like, one of your carries is definitely going down this turn, and, like, if Ning can't get her energy to burst next turn, you kind of just lose. Then even then, you still have to deal with Herald, so I think no matter what, we're just back into a corner that we can't get out of.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's interesting? I forgot that D-Luke has Pyro Infusion right now. What is it? Because you never see him.
Yeah, you never see the burst. Also, the Pyro Fusion does nothing.
Yeah, it does nothing.
Because, like, your
character design.
Her skill does more damage. And, like, why are you playing D-Luke Xingqiu?
Absolutely.
It's
Leo,
so not worth.
Very efficient with their dice there. Yeah, even make sure to swap off to Lecter in case the burst comes out, because now we're at the end game. Ningguang receives a ton of healing here, though. Back up to 5. What is it?
We do have burst. Geo-Res is going to go to waste, unfortunately. Only Aura is on Mona. Or it's doubtful that we'll ever get another summon with Oceanage, so this could be Birdie's game. He has all the advantages in the world. You can just stay on Lecter until Ning eventually runs out of HP, because at the moment, because Stall is missing a lot of tools, you cannot heal more damage than you take.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, what is it? Like, there's Adeptus too. They're gonna sack Oceanid early on. Actually, wait, does... Oh wait, Lecter might not... Actually, he should kill.
No, Lecter does 3.
Yeah,
this does 3.
There you go, okay. Not even damage reduction will save you there.
All Birdie needs to do is just wait until all of his characters die and they go to D-Luke. Actually, just swap Mona and then burst on D-Luke.
Yo, are we getting a second D-Luke burst? Low-key. Low-key.
Like, all Birdie needs to do is just swap Mona and then he wins. Because if Leo doesn't attack, that's fine. Mona will get free damage onto Ning. And if Leo does attack, well, now you're eating a D-Luke burst and we cry.
Yeah, Leo decides to let her rip. What is it? It is what it is. We'll go ahead. Dawn, break forth. And there it goes. 9 damage. Holy moly. What is it? GG's to Liel and Birdie. And congratulations to Birdie for winning their round 4.
All really came up that miscalca in turn 2 for Liel. I didn't expect D-Luke to do that much damage. I think it was actually the Mona summon that broke Noel's shield just barely enough for the 11 damage to come forward.
Yeah, because what is it? It was probably like a vaporize. We can look at the bot again, but I assume that was the...
I don't think there's a reaction. I know it was on 10 HP. I think there was a Mona summon up that applied Hydra onto her and broke one of her shields. And that was just barely enough to, like, the break points fly.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, let's see here. Yeah, we'll catch the replay for LS versus Arian. I'd like to get the whole thing. So otherwise, we're pretty much out of matches for the time being. But we can take a look at what are the other matchups available in our bracket. So we'll look at that. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So here is what the play out right now is. Everyone is still inside their matches, of course, but we can see who's still 3-0. There we go. Infamous Bai up at the top, and then Ellis versus Arian, Kaito versus 906, and Castellus versus Mirai is going on at the moment.
Arian and LS Plus, though, are only two 5-0 contenders. One of them will get it, or no one will get it. And that is the way of the world.
If everyone's super, no one can be.
I haven't actually watched The Incredibles 1. Great movie, though.
You gotta
That's what I've
rewatch
heard.
it.
I watched the second one, though.
All right. I think, what is it? Since we're waiting for that match, I think we might as well just like take a break. What is it?
Alright, sounds good. I guess we'll just wait.
Yeah, we're just gonna wait out. So don't go away. We will have the 3-0 match. We just have to wait for them to finish, which they're almost there. 2 characters are down, so. All right, we'll be right back. Hot dropping right into it, boys. We are here with the round 4 match of the 3-0 contenders, LS Plus versus Arian. We have seen how well both these players have been playing throughout the tournament, especially Arian. So we're very excited to see what is going to happen here.
Arian's deck to me has always been the dark horse. It's using a very familiar combo of Ocean plus Zhangli, typically Fischl, but it's not there. But like adding the chicken into the mix, like has a whole different type of variety that I haven't really seen before. You can get some burning action going on for like double vape reaction end phase, or even get version for those big individual hits. It's like it just adds so much depth to this deck that I didn't expect to see.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. That's fine. Here we go. Shangling start and Pyrolectus are getting all the pyro you can on the field and some energy. What is it?
Also,
Ooh, good
remember,
ramps
friends.
too. Wait, both of them are Vana Liven. No way.
Remember, friends, always play Liven before Vana.
Yeah, luckily LS Plus has that good old dice rule in hand, so they were able to get max value out of everything, but could have been devastating. Oh, Crossfire, my beloved.
Drawing that so early is great. I mean, you're gonna go up and down, unlikely to cast it again.
Oh,
But
they
like
did
getting
switch
it
to the
early is
shade.
always nice.
Yeah, big reroll. Let's see how well they reroll. Oh, okay, not bad.
Cathedral comment 0 cost as well. Is the physical one 0 or 1 cost?
0. Every single action, all the action cards are correct cost. The only difference is some of their abilities, which is only Timaeus and Wagner, and Parametric are the differences.
Ooh, what's Parametric's change?
You can roll because you're rolling dice in real life. You can roll on me.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Massive
You
overload.
can roll
Holy
on
moly. Is that really just D-Luke base? Like, not even Gravestone. It's just, he's just that strong. What the heck?
3-3-5. When everything else like only doing 3 damage skills, D-Luke has a 3 damage skill that also happens to do pyro damage.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a good thing Arian was able to get their higher summons down though, so they do have a good amount of stuff to work with. But from here, it's gonna be Chicken Shangling carry, and already really rough. Lecter gonna force proc their revive right here. Very nice. What is it? And also have Hydro back on top of them. Actually, whoever's turn prio, I'm pretty sure Lecter's just dead, no?
Yeah. Yeah, Lecter's gone. But it doesn't matter though. Well, it might. Arian is left on just Chicken and Xiangling, and the only actual real damage source he has during the turn itself is that Chicken, because Xiangling is a summoned character and not enough energy to cast the Power Tornado just yet. This should be going in favor of LS Plus, just because of how early he was able to get rid of the Ocean in.
Absolutely.
That was the backbone of Arian's deck.
Absolutely, the D-Luke Hammer Slammer, but CS and Fast Swap available too, in case they need to make any other moves, because D-Luke, right now, because the whole thing about Flowing Flame Light is that it's reset right now, so D-Luke still has to pay 3 days for 3 damage. Yeah, not even, just goes to the normal attack, doesn't have the dice for it.
It's a little bit unfortunate. 6 dice remaining though, can still get 2 smacks out there. Unless you want to burst. Oh, the bait!
No!
The bait is real!
Oh man.
You can't use the Virgin now. Oh, the bait is real.
That's crazy. I did not expect that in the slightest. Yeah, didn't utilize the fast swap just yet. Feeling confident in the swap, but not quite. Chicken goes in for the burst. Should be not a knockout. Doesn't have that extra stack. Oh, and the Kaching Stiletto. Oh no.
Okay, one away from Keck Burst. Still, we're going to limit overload because of that hash brown, but it's not looking great. Keck is going to be guaranteed to get at least 1 more attack off. And then whether or not we can lethal after that remains to be seen. But if we don't, we're staring down a Keck Burst. But if we do, then D-Luke gets an overload and we're in trouble either way.
Yeah. Oh, and the I haven't lost yet. It just came 1 turn too late. Not like this. I think, what is it? What is the possibility that, like, Arian, like, makes it out of this? Is very difficult.
Quite low odds, I think. Oh, nice.
No lotus. Does have potato, though. Very nice.
Yummy hash browns. Those are
delicious.
I love my hash browns. They taste so good.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. I think, what is it? The only hope is that, like, LS has to, like, completely dice and cringe to win here.
I mean, even then, it might not even be enough.
Oh, the CS,
We have
the
so
big
many
fast swap.
Wait,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fast swap?
Oh yeah, you know what's
Normal
happening.
attack. Empowered normal attack.
Boom.
Aww. No, I want my empowered normal attack. I
You
never get
wish.
to see it.
Wait, aren't they out of dice? They need to have a woven here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, never mind.
Oh
The food
no!
coming in clutch.
Wait, there's
Wait.
potential. Oh, but they ended first. Oh no! Oh, that almost was it, but they ended first with Lotus. That turn priority seal is gigantic.
Game of inches.
Maybe better dice? Nah, they went. The Arian went right through. They know what's happening.
Yeah,
LS
there's
plus.
nothing you can
Hit
do.
it with the big one. Ka-ching burst. Close the game. GG's. Oh man, that was close. That was really close.
It was surprisingly so. I thought LS Plus had it from the get-go as soon as the ocean went down, but Ari did a great job of just fighting back there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a really, really close round. I think, what is it? I think it definitely came down to D-Luke taking that kill early, like you said.
I mean, a lot of your early pressure just comes from the fact that Ocean puts out so much reliable Hydro damage that you can go get reactions off it with the Xiangli. But as soon as the Ocean falls, you're losing your damage potential, and taking out just Chicken to carry it. It was close. Had the Avid lost, it had the Adeptus, but just wasn't able to make up that damage deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. GG's though. That's a good round. We have 5 minutes now to kind of do whatever we want. Do we want to do anything specific? I think we could. What is it? You know, because we have our results, which you can check in the Discord and on our social medias. But I think we could also look at, because I was reading it earlier, but we didn't actually look at it. We do have the results from CN, so let's see if I can kind of zoom in to get a better view of this. Let's see here. Let's see what they have, because there is some variation actually over in CN versus what we have over here.
Okay, let me see what CN thinks is strong.
Not an amazing prop, but it does work. So let me.
Do keep in mind that some of these cards are different to what we have on Global, and so the decks that are coming out of it are different because of that. What we think is strong is still based on what we have access to, and some things in CN are different.
Yeah. The biggest change will be parametric being technically stronger. Oh, what happened to my what happened to my OBS? Hold on 1 second, gamers. Here it is. Okay, boom. What is it? So parametric is technically stronger, and then Wagner and Timaeus are much weaker because they don't search your deck. But anyway, yeah, here is the first deck. I don't actually know what they are playing. Swiss, and I think they go for 7 rounds. So pretty close to ours, just slightly longer. But here's the first
this
one.
deck. I can absolutely see it, right? You have double +2 reactions with Overload and Fade, and then some spread damage mixed in there. Going really for the Keck carry with the double sword and the Shibi Nawas as well for your anchor. I think this is strong because both Keck and Enjo can get the 3+1 damage, which messes with breakpoints. And then you bring in the Star Signs, the Adeptus, the Calcs, and all the energy generation to charge up one of your bursts faster before your opponents expect it to get some surprise knockouts.
Yeah.
Standard aggro deck for this era.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually quite similar to what people are playing. The only difference I see is that they've been able to include 1 Shiminawas, which is really cool. Shiminawas is always the really cool card that we had, but we just never could utilize it because by the time it came out, Gilded came out, so it's lol, too bad for you.
I mean, there were some decks that used it better. There was Saramona, that's one of the main proponents of it, because you wanted to just skill so much, right? It was a no-brainer, because all 3 of the characters were going to get use out of it, and then you bring in some elemental artifacts in there, depending on if you want to go for the Venti/Nahida carry, or the more Sour-oriented Electric Charge version.
That's actually really interesting that you bring that up, because you can technically build Venti Zs, and we saw that in EU with someone using Divine Relics Installation, the Yeimiko card, and then running, I believe it was Sara, Sucrose, Mona, and then passing artifacts between each other to make a scuffed Venti Z.
That is a curious one that I didn't actually expect to see. I mean, the Yai card, Divine Relics Installations, you swap around your artifacts, which, for the most part, the players haven't actually found a use for, but now being able to swap it around like that, it's interesting, but I don't think it's necessarily strong or anything like that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. But it was pretty cool to see it actually play out properly because it's something that the players can do here, which the question of how powerful it is, probably not, but you know.
Yeah, how strong it is like a different question, but the fact that it is an option is curious.
And you know what's funnier too? Master Weaponry, the Tartaglia version, is not in the game. They didn't print it.
Why?
They said,
for
yo.
both of them. Like weapons, I mean, like weapons are kind of strong now because it's your only 4 damage amp, really. But really, come on, guys.
Yeah, it was funny to see the Yay Migo card, and everyone assumed that the Tartaglia card would be in too, but it's actually not there, so that's pretty.
You know what's interesting, actually, the prevalence of weapons in general. Like at this point in time, like I think players were still, the weapons like were generally considered to be pretty bad at this point. And so like the fact that so many players are actually bringing in weapons into their deck is something that I didn't actually expect.
I think it's also like, what is it? It's important to know what weapons are being, because I think it's all the weapons that we've kind of like confirmed over the years are actually useful. Like sacrificial weapons on top of Kaching is super efficient, and we flip over to the next one. Boom, that looks familiar. I think this is almost pretty close to whatever Liel's running. I'll actually pull up the deck code as we analyze this one here from CN.
I think this might be more or less identical. I don't think Liel is actually running the Cavalrinas. I don't remember seeing that in his deck list.
Right.
But everything else looks basically the same.
Yeah, here, we flip over real quick. Got Leo's code right here. Yeah, here's the difference. I think it's, what is it, double gravestone, right? Oh, they also have double gravestone. They have double archaic. They do have double archaic. So what's the difference here then? Is it send off? It's send off.
Oh yeah, there's double send off. Double send off for the Cavalrina. You're playing more into the matchup, I guess. Like you sacrifice a little bit draw for, I guess specifically against Kali Quicken. I think is probably what that's for, and Lisa to some extent as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? It's actually that's interesting. What is it that this person's not running send off? I guess you don't really. I don't know. I feel like unless you run into the enemy Oceanid, you probably don't need it. What is it? Ah, classic. Even the Traveler's Handy Sword.
Yeah, like Traveler's Handy Sword, we saw like when Lynette was really strong, the extra damage you can get with talent as well, like the +1 there, it's quite valuable. A lot of players actually preferred the Traveler's Handy Sword as opposed to the Sacrificial, which you would have thought would be stronger, but like the extra -1 dice cost is what really won them over. And, like the dice breakpoints for the way you want to play your turns work better with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, the 5th round has started, so I'm asking LS Plus to have you join in their world. But we can keep doing deck review while we're waiting for that, so I'll keep going with that. What is it? Yeah, Traveler's Handy Sword. What is it? Sometimes it came up sometimes back then because also like majority of the characters were sword characters because unlike this version of the TCG, Bennett Xingqiu still existed. So people were like throwing it out. It's like, well, I need 1 more damage, so I might as well just like throw this thing on here, you know?
You know, speaking of some strong characters that aren't here, Agent would have made a huge splash. Like, this is the Agent patch. This is where he shined above, like, all the rest of the competition. That the stealth, like, is 6 damage burst, and then, like, this is where Ivan Nostia is still, like, very, very powerful as well. Being able to charge that 1 extra energy and just have him burst do 6 damage, and 9 with Adeptus, to just basically more or less instantly eliminate the opponent is, like, something that is kind above a lot stronger than what we have access to currently.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? As soon as we can, we should be able to join LS's Plus World and then get a spectate. What is it? Oh, wow. Big matches going on across the board, though. Birdie versus Arian already letting it rip. D-Luke versus the Chicken. Who wins? Not sure. Let's see here. While we're waiting, I'll go ahead and see. What's another deck? Because these are only like 3 of them. Let's see another one. Hey! Shangling Kale Oceanid. Interesting. So people are not a fan of Chicken over there.
Oh. Akali makes sense, I guess. Like, the summon is better as opposed to Chicken Burst, and your skill does the same, right? I think I like this version more. I think Kali is better just because her burst is more useful generally. And bringing the artifacts as well, this is pretty cool, because you're going to want to skill on Ocean Kali multiple times. The extra dice reduction are going to impact you a lot more.
Yeah, that's I also noticed too, like having the grass crown. I'm like, oh wow, like what is that doing there? What is it? Because I think because there's like basically no Dendro units in physical, I was surprised to see like anyone even play in the first place.
I mean, Kali is a strong unit.
Mm-hmm.
Like at 3 damage skill, like burst is really good. Synergizes extremely well with this deck as well, especially because Ocean can't do 3 summons. I'm pretty sure this is post nerf Ocean as well on the physical.
Yeah, no,
one.
it is post nerf Ocean. They are not
Like,
releasing triple Ocean, man. That shit would be
right.
crazy.
That means you need Kali burst in order to get that 4 summons, and like it also lets you get Bloom end phase, lets you get Burning end phases, lets you get like Virgins end phases as well, depending on the summon order.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, ask the players to check their spectator settings.
Oh, they're not in game yet.
Oh no, they gotta check it before they start, and then you give them the go ahead to start. What was I gonna say? Frick, I had an. Oh, here it was. Everyone's running double. I haven't lost yet, which makes sense, but
And not a lot of cards like there to replace it. So yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Because like even people in our tournaments are running double I haven't lost yet, despite the cooldown restriction. That's the thing I actually haven't checked. I don't know if double I haven't lost yet has the restriction in physical. So we might be back to like actual 3.3 where you can just double I haven't lost yet, reverse sweep the game.
I think they put the 1 turn limit on I haven't lost yet, surely.
It's probably on the card like flavor text or something. You know, we can just check the document. Let me open the document. Good old Sigma translated the entire thing like a maniac. So we can check the doc here.
That must have taken some time.
Oh man, it was him and 20DX, like they were just like going at it. Alright, and I noticed that the match
Can't
is
wait
gonna
for
be
global
starting soon.
release. I'm gonna go collect all of my favorite characters.
What is it? Yeah, look at that. Your Ganyu's up in the front center, baby.
Oh, I can check the doc later. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
Right.
alright,
Game has
here we go,
started.
baby. I'll go ahead and update everything on the board itself. But enough card review, we'll do that later. We are going in, baby. LS Plus versus Muai, I believe, should be this matchup here.
As a reminder, LS Plus is currently our only 4-0 player, so the only player in this lobby that could actually go get a 5-0. That means if they fall, we're entering a top cut.
Or no top cut. No top cut, unfortunately.
We're not entering top cut. There will just be no 5-0.
False alarm, false alarm. Yeah, this is Mira. What is it? Once again, literally every single player today is just someone who's been playing for either a super long time or enters all the tournaments. So it's like, dang, that is it. You're pretty much stacked up.
Or, you know what I see right now in Mirai's hand?
What do you see? What do you see?
Ramp.
Oh, ramp. Delicious ramp. What is it? Let's see it.
Oh, they get the Paimon into live, and then round 2, 12 dice. Round 3, 12 dice. Round 2, 10 dice. Live is 1 off. It's like, oh, that's my favorite. I love doing this. This is like I love getting dice advantage because more dice make brain happy.
You know what's funny? Because when Countdown came out, we had the idea of Float 5, but Float 5 always existed. It just became consistent because of Countdown. But this is like low-key Float 5. Paimon, Liven, it's a good time.
Oh, we're doing a little swap here. I wonder what that's for. Oh, okay.
Yeah, wants to get Stiletto out. Yeah.
Fair. I mean, it's not back to Mona as well, but that does mean no ramp, and that makes me a bit sad.
Yeah, no ramp, unfortunately. It does make sense with older Kaching, though, right? Because back then, what is it? Before, people would be way too conservative with Kaching, and then they realized, like, I really want Stiletto out because I can use it for, you know, like, it's many uses, right? Either swapping back to Kaching or just having the threat present for your opponent to deal with is pretty nice.
You also have it as tuning fodder.
Yep, that too.
You know, if you tune a card, it's like the mind gets, oh, did they tune Stiletto? If I have to play around it, what if they don't have it? I mean, the mind game almost never comes up. You always play it around Stiletto, like you should. It's the correct thing to do. The threat of it is quite nice, even if you did tune it away.
Absolutely. Was it all this talk about this Lisa character, and then she's not here? Crazy.
You know, because everyone's playing aggro, because that's kind of like the only deck that can make use of the tools we have, we're back into a skill swap skill meta.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I don't know how to feel about that. Also, Chang isn't here. I just realized.
Chang the Knight. Yeah, no, Chang the Knight isn't here. They said, yo, fuck your draw. They're trying to make sure any of those cards that, like, seem, like, pretty freaking good, they're just like, nah, you can't have
Chang is so situational. It was good in, like, two decks. Xingqiu, because you can get double Chang normal twice, and then eventually get the third stack at some point. And in Ganyu, because it just did so much piercing damage, especially with the Fischl as well, and when her burst was still 2 costs, you could basically proc that turn 2. But like both of those aren't here, and so Chang is kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
And actually getting his stacks.
No, I mean like okay, I guess when we're in the skill meta, I think they could have been scared of the fact that Chang was recently so meta, so that's why they're like, ooh, like don't print that guy.
Chang was only recently meta because Xingqiu was so strong.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, like Chang probably wouldn't have seen any use at all.
Yeah. They're trying to remove all the tools though. They're just like make sure this thing doesn't balloon out of control, because then we have to start introducing card bans.
I like how they're actually keeping it at a lower power level. It brings back like the more methodical style where you have to play around your opponents. And I like that. Like that's what made me really love the TCG in the first place. Whereas now it's like kind of spam damage. You still have to do a little bit, but it feels like impossible to play around everything. And now there's very set counters. You know, there's cards that you play around and the cards you don't need to worry too much about. And there's a very clear line between the two.
Yeah, most definitely. What is it? Let's see here. What are we thinking here?
Swap Mona, Paimon, pass. Yeah!
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, Flowing Flame, that's not good.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, LS Plus putting in the Hammer Slammer with the D-Luke. We saw people already fall to D-Luke's talent. This is actually, this tournament has probably been the strongest showing for D-Luke. Both players are playing super well, so...
You know, Muai still have the Hydra dice, which I don't like. They're going for the Libin, which, yes, like at this point, you're unlikely to get the second activation of Paimon. But your hand isn't also has an empty, so the draw from Libin doesn't matter as much. I personally would have went for the Paimon.
Yeah.
Just because, like, the benefit of mating the extra dice is more worth. And, like, we might overdraw if we play the Libin, so...
Yeah, actually, we do overdraw, don't we?
I think we absolutely do, and there's not as much as zero cost, so, like, going for the Paimon would have been better.
Yeah.
Unless we want to tune 1, because we might have overdrawn regardless, was 3, 6, 8. No, you wouldn't have. No, Paimon's better here. We are worried about the 3, 3, 5, though.
Also, shout out to Iron Tongue. Yo, they did it! They know.
Is it the skill? We need to play around the 3, 3, 5.
I think Mirai's willing to eat it. They seem to be okay with it.
Oh, I guess we get like one last instance of Hydra before we fall. No dice to swap here, like no wovens or anything like that.
Yeah, no, you're locked in. What was on Mona? I think it was the Cavarina right on top of Mona.
Yep.
Alright, LS needs to tune a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be an issue for them.
You should go for this. Mona's one away from burst. You want to take away the character as fast as possible. It puts you at a huge HP advantage as well.
Oh, yeah. And utility advantage. Oh, there's Vestus. That's right. Vestus is in the meta because there's... Oh, and it only costs 2 dice. Wait, D-Luke has another hit.
D-Luke does have another hit.
Oh, no.
Fortunately for Muai, it won't be empowered by Pyro-Res unless like LS Plus. LS Plus can't draw right now. Like Muai should probably swap to Kale either way.
Yeah,
you don't want to take the extra damage at the moment. But even if they did swap to Keck, it would be safe because it would need double woven into a Pyro-Res. And...
Let me see here.
Do you want a woven tune? Like, you're only getting 3 damage, might not be worth. Could just eat a pizza and pass.
Yeah, because Flowing Flame has already exceeded its usages, so you might want to just eat this turn. It's too bad we don't have. Oh wait, no, because that's even more waste. Because then Double Chef Mal will roll you a dice. So you probably should do at least one action.
I think eat, and then maybe try to get some Pyro going.
Yeah, there you go. Some healing.
Unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah. Nah. That's okay. No Vana to save our dice. Lecter's back in the fight. What is it? Should be no talent cards in this deck, I imagine. What is it? Like I said earlier.
It's so strong though, we might just have it in there regardless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We talked about it earlier, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this thing's like busted, but what is it? Nobody wanted to run it, so.
For the current power level, like it is absolutely busted. I think I would run it most decks back to it. Ooh, dice not looking too good.
Nope, no Lecter talent card.
Oh, surprising. Unfortunately here, Mirai kind of wants to get the burst for the summon, but also if you do that, Electro doesn't actually go down, so you need to you need to invest the skill. So, like, no Call and Amber instantly. We can still burst afterwards. That means we won't have enough dice to actually go off onto our Kuchi. Not enough Electro dice either to make use of that Stiletto, which is a bit sad.
Yeah, no, unfortunately. What is it? Hey, there's not even a dice converter anymore. The bestest was already used, so.
Series of unfortunate events we got here. Should just be the skill though. I think that's our best play. Take away the Lecter, take away the extra bonus +1 damage, and then just try to make do from there. Skill burst, and then we just pray. Actually, we can skill Adeptus burst, and that will do a fair bit in evening out the damage deficit.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh, 20 seconds on the clock. Better figure it out soon. Alright, Toon Paimon, I think this is a fair play. Iron Tongue needs to go. He's not going to be useful.
I would have tuned away the Lion. I think skill Adeptus Burst is like our best play at the moment. It evens out the damage disadvantage and also lets us make use of the reactions. We have so many auras on the opponent's side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a Bloom Core, make Kaching even more threatening. That's actually that's funny. Bloom Core like makes like Kaching like basically have like a weapon.
True. We already have a Bloom Core though, so it's not that big of a deal.
Overstacked. Unlucky.
Yeah, no Dendro Res to let us go stack that even farther. I'm surprised there's not that many double Dendro teams, because like Dendro Res is so strong.
Dendro Res is really strong, but also your two options are Kale and Chicken, and that's your only two.
True. And you don't have Fischl as well, so your reaction like uptime is very low as well.
Yeah, Sara is not a terrible placement in there, but it definitely is difficult to keep up with. We saw the Chicken Dendro Res actually yesterday was the only person, SG Friends was the only one that played it. What is it? Which actually did look pretty good. What is it? But they weren't able to make it all the way. One consistency across the board. Double Electro decks don't exist, just like the real game.
True. I mean, Electro Res is just so weak in comparison to everything else. So
they really need to buff it, man. It's so weak.
Free quick and proc. Let's go.
Let's go.
Through the calcs. I think you're expecting to lose the Pole.
For sure, yeah.
Or the Tien, either one, and then just Adeptus Burst. I think Adeptus Burst is the correct thing to do here, by the way. Like, just go for it. You're never gonna have a chance to use it again.
Thinking about it, 20 seconds on the clock. What we got, Mirai?
I think Toon Iron Tongue Adeptus Burst.
Oh, goes for Lotus on Kaching. Interesting.
I wonder why.
Maybe, I think they might be predicting that LS can swap to Diluc and 3-3-5, no? Because they do have dice.
Can't. You don't have enough dice. Yeah. I mean, like, Double Chef Mao maybe can get you something, but I still don't think you have enough dice. And then now we're kind of just down 3 damage from Adeptus, which I think is a bit of a misplay.
Yeah, slight misplay there. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think, what is it? Because with how it's going, maybe they're trying to keep them on Kaching, so they're not going to damage them too much to like not like make them like run away to Diluc. Because the second LS plus goes to Diluc, even if like they take a bit of like quicken or like bloom damage, it doesn't matter because Diluc just has 9 HP, has healing, and also has burst. So like everyone's just dead.
The thing is, though, LS Plus was never going to be able to eliminate this Kale in a single attack unless they went over to Diluc, and if they did, there was not enough dice to actually do damage onto Kek. Only 5 dice remaining as well. If they want to go eliminate Kale, it's either Burst or Pyro Res Skill, both of which would have taken 4 dice. And then Chef would have only given you +1, so even still, I don't think it's enough to actually get that second strike over onto Kek.
Yeah, absolutely. LS is probably going to go for Kaching Burst, not going to like tune the Live and tune the Vana, and then maybe play the remaining food in your hand. Do you mind checking what that is? What is that?
It should be a Sugadan, I think.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's really free dice then. Yeah, but two now to Burst definitely seems like the move here if you're trying to keep Diluc alive, basically.
I think you play the Sugadan to like maybe roll into some extra Electro dice, and then the +2 could allow you to get an extra action down as well.
Yeah.
If nothing else, that's your normal attack or something.
Time is ticking. LS making sure they don't tune anything important. Oh,
The thing is, as long as LS Plus goes into like Keck versus Diluc in that 1v1, LS Plus is guaranteed to win because a person of Power Res will do more than enough to eliminate Keck into single attack.
Yeah. Wanted the high roll from the Mao, none found, but that is the burst. And now Pyro-Res and Pyro-Woven are kept available on LS Plus side. Kale should be going down here unless they
If I was LS Plus, I would swap Diluc, skill, and then use Woven and swap back. I don't want to take this extra damage on Diluc if I don't need to.
Absolutely. There it is. 5 big damage at base just from Overload. What is it? Do they have the prediction? Yeah, you got it. Spot on. Nice.
We want to preserve this Diluc HP as much as possible. Like, Keck doesn't matter. She's always going to go down into a single strike of our skill. And if not, that's fine. We'll just keep normal attacking Muai until like they eventually run out of HP. But we need this Diluc alive because Power Res and or the Diluc Burst is our win con for LS Plus. So you need to keep that up.
Absolutely. So we're getting through here. The final turn is here. That I haven't lost yet. Came just a little too late. What is Muai going to do?
Should just tune the stiletto and skill. Like, we need to eliminate our opposing Keck eventually, but that does unfortunately mean that because we burnt our Lotus last turn, we have nothing to defend against Diluc. I mean, even if we did, it didn't matter. Burst would have been enough to knock us out anyways.
Yeah, thinking it through, seeing if there's any way they could possibly get out of this situation. No, but there it goes. Stellar Restoration, 7 damage. There it goes. Let her rip.
Well, that's GG's. Nothing to do here.
Oh, the Pyro-Res too! No way. There it goes. Diluc, how much damage? 13! That's the record for the stream, baby. Let's go. And that is GG Sumira. And congratulations to LS for being our 5-0 player.
And Diluc is just so strong. He has so much built-in damage into his kit. You add on the talent on top of that, he turns into an absolute monster. Especially because a lot of other cards currently can't really compete with his damage output.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's interesting too because I think a lot of people, Diluc will still be stuck with the problem that he takes a while to get going, but with like, you know, this low power level and not extremely aggressive cards, he gets that enough time to actually like draw his talent and build up possibly even Gravestone. I even saw Birdie today. It's like, hey, I high rolled all my stack Gravestones on top of Diluc. It's a great day today. But yeah,
and like the talent as well, like the surprise factor of that extra bonus damage coming in. I don't know how LS Plus was able to get a 5 damage hit when with also the dice discount, because that was only supposed to come on the 3rd cast of the skill during the same turn. So I'm not sure how that came about.
Yeah, good stuff though.
Yeah, Diluc is quite strong.
He is quite strong. What is it? Need a minute for the scoreboard to update. We might have one more match, but we're probably done in general. Let's see here. Let's see here. How did Leo do? That's I'll leave it up to Leo. What is it? Do you want to do one more match? Because Leo could probably replay.
I don't mind doing one more match. I'm always down for more gameplay.
Yeah, because that's the last person sitting in the room, so could get one of those in here. Oh, we haven't played any Natlan music today. Let's play some Natlan music today. Let me get my Natlan themes out. I haven't added it to the playlist yet. Natlan Battle OST. Alright, Liel will be our last round today. Liel versus Magnamag. A very similar matchup, actually, surprisingly enough. So let's go ahead and hop right in. I believe Liel went 3-2 or 4-1 today, so it's one of those, but we'll find out the hard way, yeah? Alright, let's go.
Liel, typically known for Diona gameplay, unfortunately can't actually use Diona today.
What is it? Yeah,
just,
no Diona. Diona not being in the first print is shocking, but I mean, what is it? Diana is a bit of a meme, so what is it?
I think like Diona might unironically be a top tier character though, because like you get 2 damage once, and then like 1 shield as well. It gets so much tankiness, and then her summon heal. It's one a slower metagame. I think unironically Diona has the potential to be a top threat, and I think it makes sense why they didn't print her.
What is it? One thing I wanted to check because I don't know if what do you call it? I don't know if they printed Sackbow actually, because I don't actually remember anyone doing that.
They did. I remember seeing that on the graphic.
Yeah, let me take a look. See here on the graphic. getting into it though. Let's see here, Magnabag versus Liel. Pretty similar to what we just saw last round, except of course the only stall player in the entire tournament going at it. There we go. Oh, a send-off. Oh man, that's gonna be useful.
That's big, actually. Against Kaio in particular, that is massive.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Where is my tier list? Oh yeah, no, they did print Sakbo. Okay, yeah, no, Diana would be too strong.
It's weird hearing the phrase Diana would be too strong, because typically she is considered on the
I
weaker end
know,
of
right?
characters.
Oh,
But hey, I mean, that just shows the difference between a physical and the online format.
So this means, hey devs, we should print Diana in the next patch. It'll be great. You'll bring back Stall. Everyone will be happy. Oh,
Well, I
floating
mean-
two Omnis into Vana. Huge.
Nice. I mean, Kyuna would still need like either Lucky Dogs or Generalization Helm to actually see a lot of usage. I think she'd still be good, but she's not going to be busted without those two cards.
Yeah, absolutely not. Doing pretty okay right now. I don't think too much has happened inside this match. There we go. Oh, unlucky reroll. That's not good. What is it? Oh, never mind. Omni dice out the wazoo. Yeah, see, both of them.
I mean, half your dice are still unusable, which is still a bit unfortunate.
Absolutely. Oh, there's the Bloom Core already off rip. Yeah, Magnamag's playing pretty well. Just skill. What is it? As you go. Ning Wong and Ocean is super duper low now. Okay. Oh, here comes the Noelle. No Geo artifacts, so you can't actually be as efficient as a Leo typically has been. Nice normal attack. Okay, just ship out the Lotus. There we go. Yeah,
There's been just less draw, though, in this deck, because you don't have access to... I mean, like, this deck doesn't want to play some of the draw cards that are currently available, like the Sealy, so... And, like, if you don't draw the Wharf, it's a bit unfortunate. You are lacking... Oh, there it is, though. The Architecture coming in.
Oh,
and the
instant
send-off.
send-off.
That's big.
Massive. Surprisingly, didn't go for a Noelle skill there, despite playing Archaic Petra.
Noelle is ready.
Yep, it's Gravestone.
Okay. 2 high HP for Gravestone. We don't have enough dice actually played at the moment, so it's probably just like burst and smack.
No, but we have 2 Omnis we floated. We have 2 Omnis floated.
I don't know if the value is worth it, because we can get extra normal attack for that Gravestone equip.
I think it's worth it. Oh, here it comes. Off rip. Bang! Kole is now low on HP. There we go. Oh, okay. Good move to Kaching. What is it? Highest HP in your roster.
Play that.
Oh!
Gravestone.
Big slam.
Ooh.
5 damage. Crunching. What is it? Oh, she has a kill on though. Yo. What is it? And the heal. Okay. Out of breakpoint range. And the fast swap. Shield up with Mona. Okay. Magnamag's put into a pretty good fight against a fully powered Noelle.
Yeah, but is it enough? Like, this Noelle is gonna chonk for another turn.
Yeah. Oh, look at that Bloom Core. Dead instantly.
I think that's fine, though. Like, Ocean did her job already. Applied some pressure onto Kole earlier, brought her down within range. Now it's just like Noelle carried.
Yep, absolutely.
I might have preferred it if we sacked the Ningguang instead.
Mhm.
I think Ocean, it has just more value. I think, like, if I'm Liel, I'm quite happy with where I am right now.
Absolutely. All 6 Geodice, by the way. And 2 more Wovens. And an extra from Vana. What is it? There's the fast swap. What is it? It's Noelle chunkin' time. Bang! Back down to 5. Everyone, almost except for Mona, is in that lethal range now. What is it? Oh, not even Pizza's gonna save you, man. What is it? Going for the reroll. Hopefully it's a little better.
No, it has to go to Kale.
Mhm.
And great job of taking the summon onto Ning Long instead of swapping over to the Noelle. This makes it so that Magnamag has just that much less damage to actually work with.
Yeah. Mona Burst comes out, could be potentially scary. Yeah, make sure to dodge it on top of Ningguang instead, if case of any of the dice. And Magnamag actually ends their turn early to make sure they can hold back Prio. Because the second you give Leo Prio, what is it? They did use their fast walls, but they're probably going to stomp you. So.
And I expect this to more or less be game. I don't think he can compete with the power of that powered up Noelle. Thankfully for Magnamag, though, the burst did wear off, I think.
Yeah,
That should
Noelle's
be
burst did
0.
wear off, unfortunately.
But we still have to deal with the Gravestone. Both characters with the pizza now out of Gravestone range, but Mona Burst now used.
10
No more-
damage! Oh my god.
no more nukes around to this Noelle though. Like the Mona Burst was used. I don't know if Magmax is damage. Does 7 dice, a Keck Burst as well. Adeptus could change things.
Absolutely. Yeah, pivots back to Mona, keep it nice and safe. All right, we're on a thread now. Can we do it? Vonarana comes out. Are we ending early? What's the play here?
It doesn't matter. We have like double woven and Geores.
Oh, the Geores. Oh man. Shields
not even close. Not even close.
5 shield. Oh man. Magnamac cannot let it rip. Here we go, the final woven, and there it goes. Bang! Noelle takes the game. Very good.
Not even close.
Yeah, Magnamac unfortunately lost the resource battle in that aspect. What is it? Not bad played though. I think they did pretty well overall, playing around what Leal to offer. But Leal just had healing and damage. Can't do nothing about that, no?
What I think is extremely impressive is how Leal played it. In his first match, we saw like a more slow, deliberate style where he like charged up our shields, we got a bunch of ocean summons, and slowly chipped down our opponents with our extra healing resources. And then we've also seen games where in faster matchups, Leal recognized that because I don't have the stall tools available to eke out infinite HP, like I need to play fast. He played for a faster Noelle equip and then used that to overwhelm his opponents instead.
Yeah, absolutely. That was super impressive. Really good stuff out there. But yeah, that is going to be the end for the physical tournament. So let's go ahead and take a look at the results. If I go ahead and flip over to our bracket right here. What is it? Everyone should be done now. What is it? Hopefully, unless someone's stalling. Ain't no way. Yeah, but here we go. Here is our results. You'll have a wonderful graphic in a few hours when I get to that. But here we go. On the top, we have LS plus 5-0 with D-Luke. Never before seen in history. Very nice to see that for a physical TCG rule set. You know, and not really, what is it? Because some people can argue that, like, oh, because, like, X card is different, like, technically it's a different game, which, yes, that's true, but not enough to really change it. Because despite Timaeus and Wagner's having, what do you call it, the inherent draw, not a lot of people are playing them at all.
I think it's just because, like, there's not as many characters that synergize with weapons right now. It mainly is just Kuching, Cole, and D-Luke to some extent. Like, you're never going to run all 3 of them in the same deck, so, like, there's no reason to play the Wagner. Maybe when more characters are released, we'll see more of it, but just at the moment, the synergy isn't there.
Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe the leaderboard needs a refresh. Let me actually check. Let me check my thing. Did actually nobody else go 4-1? That's kind of crazy. What is it? Because that means, if that's the case... Wait, yeah, it's real. Oh, no way. Okay, so the 2 D-Lukes of the entire tournament take it with the highest scores of 5-0. And for Birdie, 4-1 just sniped off from the actual D-Luke matchup itself. So very close. Can't you believe the 2 D-Lukes are the top?
That is surprising. D-Luke has just not been a great character. Sorry, all the D-Luke fans out there. That's just them facts. So seeing him perform is always a treat.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we have Arian, Mira, Leal, and Castelis all taking a 3-2. Not bad at all. Definitely all of them playing very different decks across the board, so it's cool to see all of that. Wow, this is probably the most diverse set of tournaments, because I was very used to 2 Animo yesterday in Asia, and then EU was kind of all over the place. But that was pretty cool, man. I honestly really enjoyed this tournament this time around, and what we had for the final physical rule set, which, of course, if you want to play this on your own, nobody's stopping you. If you got a friend, what is it, and you just look at this list right here, you can play this pretty much at any time, you know, until the second set of, ideally, physical TCG releases, which, I mean, we don't know if they will, but considering that it's kind of sold out on the shops, it probably will, you know? Selling out an online shop is kind of crazy.
I can't wait until this stuff comes from global. I might not like have anyone to play with it, because just TCG is not that popular in global in general, and then adding in a physical variation, it's going to be a little harder, because there's that extra degree of separation, but still, I'm going to try to collect some of my favorite cards.
Yeah, with the existence of D-Luke, you know, it kind of reminded me that, like, our resident D-Luke name inside the Discord server, discord.gg/GITCG, by the way, is that Azir. You know, probably at some point when they finally release, like, your cards and stuff, would you want to build, like, your, like, favorite deck as, like, sort of your goalpost?
I can certainly try, but my problem is my favorite deck has gotten nerfed so much. It's unrecognizable and kind of unusable, at least in my eyes.
I mean, you could, I mean, yeah, but for the collection's sake, you could hold on to it and, like, have, like, a binder that has that deck.
I could. Like, I don't know if I'll actually be able to play with anyone just because it's so hard to find anyone that actually enjoys playing the game. Especially, like, now they have to go ask people in person. Oh, disgusting.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunate. But yeah, that's gonna be...
Try collecting the binder, though. That's something I can do on my own.
Yeah, I know I want to grab some cards. I have to look into that line that I have to get these cards. But also, in general, yeah, I mean, like, it sold out pretty. It's selling pretty well, I would say, as far as I can tell. From like, if an item sells out in the shop, that's usually a good sign, right? So if you want physical TCG to come over overseas and stuff, like, start talking to people. We have a few projects inside Genius Invocation TCG server that we're doing right now to try and talk to like people who distribute cards like these. So if you want to help out with that, that's a physical TCG channel and all that other shenanigans. But in general, make noise for the game and it'll probably come out overseas. But anyways, that is the end of this tournament, the end of physical. If you want to watch all the VODs, you can find it on my channel. What is it? There's just some rendering problems, so we're doing it on my channel this time. But regardless, the VODs will all be posted up there if you want to see how people are playing. And also, this is not the last tournament of the season. Next week will be, though. You can see the schedule right here. Week 4 is going to be our last tournament of the year because, well, hey, New Year's is coming up and it is a mystery theme. So you'll have to see what happens when we get to there. And then weeks 5 and 6, we want to take a break just to have everyone have a nice and happy holidays. So if you want to play more tournaments, I think you know where to go. Where can they go, Sumi, to play more tournaments?
Well, you can go into our lovely server, discord.gg/GITCG. Hop into the tournaments section. You might have to get a special role for that, but that's a different issue. Yep. You can see all our updates for our tournaments as well, the results of previous tournaments, what decks are coming out on top as well, if you want to give your friends a smackdown unknowingly.
Yes, indeed. And next week's tournament, you know, while we haven't announced the rule set, you definitely can literally give your friends a smackdown. So I highly do recommend checking it out. Not as competitive, but it is going to be pretty funny. So I do recommend coming into the server, especially because it is the last tournament of the year. But yeah, this is going to be it for that. What do you think, man? It's 2 years officially. You know, yesterday was the anniversary, but you know, this is the last stream that we're doing for it. So I mean, how does it feel, man, to be 2 years into Genius Invocation TCG and having, I'd say, a pretty big impact, being a caster both in the community and officially?
And I feel like the game has just changed so much from how it started out. Some of the changes are pretty exciting. I saw a lot of new decks, and that's always cool. But it also feels like that it's kind of pivoted away from how it started out. You know,
what was it?
The decks nowadays could barely resemble how we used to play the game, and I kind of miss that.
Yeah, no, it was nice. One of the nicest comments I saw in the Discord server was that thanks for like tournament and stream, of course, but also you know, just like thanks for taking me back to, you know, the time of 3.3. It's like that's awesome, man. What is it? I really like that.
Yeah, that was always a blast from the past. Get nostalgic over these things that you haven't seen them in a while.
Absolutely, yeah. But this is gonna be the end of our stream. So thank you to our two, actually I think 4 tournament staff today. It was gonna be, let's see here, Lyric and Eon heading up the front, and then Billy stopped by as well as El Rado Man, all helping out to make these tournaments possible. Is not possible without our good friends there. And of course, on the side of production is Sumi. Thank you so much for joining me today for this special little anniversary stream.
No problem. I love being here. Kind of miss some of these decks now.
Yeah, man. What is it? But yeah, that's gonna be it. So make sure to join the Discord server, check out the tournament that we have for the last one of the year, and of course, I mean, people are winning prizes. Hey, 900 primo gems, pretty delicious. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it from us. Thank you all so much for watching. I am Kojo Creations, joined by...
This is Sumi, and thank you for joining us today in week 3 for the physical TCG online format.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.